gonna work. First off, can you hear me? That's the first thing. Hello. I hope I can hear you. Okay, cool. The next thing is for me to be in the shot. Can you see me? I'm looking up there. I'm invisible? Fuck. I don't know how to fix that part. I should have put glasses on. Hold on. Okay. Oh, they're dirty. I couldn't see shit with that. So we're using chicken. This is very different. We're using chicken. I was just trying to use the DJI mic. But for some reason I couldn't hook it up with the Bluetooth. It wasn't recognizing it. Why is this fading? You need to stay on because you're gonna be my chat, tablet. Why would you fade? Don't fade on me. Can I make it full screen and then see the chat that way? How does this work? Nope. Well, I mean, I don't know. Oh my god. How the fuck do you do this? Now you can see my mess. The dreaded corner. Is there a way to keep it so it doesn't disappear? Or does the volume have to be on somewhat? Whatever. I could see big chat anyway. Sort of. But I'm gonna keep looking up here. And I can't scroll, because you're all the way over there. Did I pause this? Oh, is that why? Oh, no. I cannot hear myself. No. Shut up, me. Hopefully that still works without the sound on. I don't know. How's everyone doing? Welcome on in. This is a little chaotic. I don't like that I don't have control over, like, anything from down here. I can't see chicken very well. You guys are pretty far. Well, we're trying this out. Why? Because I wanted to cut some patterns. Look, this is the underside of my desk. Castlevania's still in here. Yeah. This is where Orion sleeps. Well, over there. But, and I can have the camera on face tracking. But then it would be pointing up and I wanted you to see this, I guess. I don't know. This is an experiment. But does it sound okay? I need to pattern one of my dresses. Ooh, you should. Do it. Hi everyone. Do you know why Norwegian warships have barcodes on them? No, this is really hard to read, and I cannot read it over here. Ugh. I'm just on mobile. Sounds okay? Silent Bunny, how are you doing, by the way? Welcome on in. Vig. At the top of the chat box earlier, it said something about Crunchyroll and subscribing, and you can't do that. You can't do that here. Scandinavian. I hate it. I hate it. Is there a way to do pop-out chat? There has to be. Pop-out chat. There we go. Ugh. I don't have a proper stand for it to stand like this, but I got it. I popped it out. I don't like how this is standing. I need a stand. Loki, come here and hold this for me, will ya? Sounds fine on headphones too? Cool. Essentially, I want to be able to use this microphone with my normal camera too. But I haven't figured that out yet. But for today, it actually worked out that I had to use chicken because the camera would have been pointed really weirdly down. And this worked. This worked out better. Ever heard of what? Lids? Why is it so hard for me to read? 2.5 hours. Also, my drink is over there. Shit. But I can control Spotify from my phone, so the fact that I don't feel like hearing this song, I can change it. Yeah, that's convenient. It's extremely well done. These are not helping me. Interesting. Let me get my drink. Ugh! You like my socks? It's still a little small for me, but... Floor stream! Oh my god, the screen is fading. How do you stop the screen from turning off? I don't know anything about my goddamn tablet. Help. Zik, help. Does it sound okay, Zik? I'm asking like everyone. I should have refilled that. The funny thing is that I can probably leave chicken running and have my microphone while I go downstairs to fill it. Settings first. Settings. It still wants me to finish setting up my iPad. Display and brightness, I'm assuming. Oh, so is it under auto lock? Change it to never? Cool! Thank you, hon. Connect back. Come on, you got this. There it is. Okay, so things we learned. I need a stand for it to be vertical. M tech support. I need a stand for it to be vertical. And I need this font to be a little bit bigger. I got grandma eyes. Can I not make it bigger? Oh, because I don't have the other thing, so I can't make it bigger. That's annoying. Alright, whatever. You did try turning the monitor off and back on again before I could ask. A stand or a Loki. Yeah. Honestly, next time Pam is here and we do this, like we do a crafty stream, this mic might be the thing, so that camera might be the thing, or maybe 2 cameras, who knows? And I'll just have her fucking read chat. So anyway, we're not doing this pattern. We're not doing this pattern. These could get out of here. I want to make a shirt. I don't know what shirt. Welcome to the floor, everyone. I gotta move this forward. Ugh. I don't need my cutting mat, but I figured it'd make it easier. So I'm not cutting on carpet. I honestly hate sewing on the floor. I hate it. I hate it. I don't know how so many people sew on the floor. I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind. Get a table. But here I am. This is the fabric we have. You've all seen it before. You love it. But then this is the other fabric. It's got bats! Are they upside down? No. It's got bats! Look at it. Look at it. You see it? Oh god, I'm falling. Hi. Bats. So this is the fabric I really want to make a summer shirt out of. Fucking bats! And I have my watermelon of pins that my niece color-coded for whatever reason. I don't have my pin garbage can up here, though. Because a lot of these pins are crap. So anytime I try to use them and they don't work right, I throw them out. I might make an emergency pin garbage can. I'm thinking of starting with this pattern, or this pattern. So, gravity stream. It's best to cut a rug, not a carpet. I know. I think I need to scoot in to show you guys what I got. Here we go. Okay, ready? There's this. Alright. I hate how this chick looks. Like, the bandana on her head, or headband. The way they styled this was such garbage. But whatever. So, I like this dress. I want these pants. And I think that's it. I think that's it from this. Just the dress and the pants. Because I have a lot of the Harlequin fabric. Because I bought an insane amount. So, I definitely want the pants because they're going to be like my fizzy pants, except shorter. I don't know what length I'm going to make them. This length kind of looks weird. So that I'll have to figure out when I start this one. But I thought having just a little skinny dress would be nice. Then this shirt. Ignore the butterfly that's on it. That's just a little added doodly-doo that they added to it. Again, in the Harlequin fabric, because I have so much of it. And then, this tank, also in the Harlequin fabric, because they're different styles. So. Yeah, and then later on, oh, I threw away, hold on. With the bat fabric, I love gaucho pants. With the bat fabric, it'll probably be this shirt, except the sleeves would be shorter and maybe wider, because it's got good bone structure, if you could see that. I like the structure of it. I don't love how it looks on the lady. This is a similar vibe, except it might be giving to, I don't know, a 30-year-old, but 20 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm a 30 in my 30s, but I look very different than what 30-year-old 20 years ago looked like. You know? But it's pretty simple. So, I don't know. And then this one, I love. But the sleeves would piss me off, so I would modify these. No, not a 10-year-old. That's a 30-year-old 20, like, aging them down 20 years. I'm saying 30-year-olds in general, but 20 years ago, how they looked. Does that not make sense? A 30-year-old in the 90s versus a 30-year-old in 2025. Yeah, 30-year-olds in 2005 or something. Yeah. Yeah, shut up. I know. I'm talking like the 90s and the early 2000s. They looked so different than we do now. This song is pissing me off. You're too hype. Get out of here. You know what I mean, though. Like, think of the sitcoms we used to watch when we were kids. Like, what's that one with the lady with the red hair that's really, really poofy? And she always wore, like, hot pants and heels. I never watched that show. But it's, like, an iconic show. Married with Children. Perfect. She was in, like, her 30s. She was in her 30s. Or something like that. And, like, I think Family Matters and all of those shows, they were all in their 30s. How? How you wearing things like that? I'm not wearing shit like that. Peggy Bundy. Yeah, I've never watched that show. You're 30 this year? understand how we're the same age as those people were back then. I ain't wearing that either. You see what I'm wearing? You see what I'm making? I don't understand. This is chill. I like this. Do you guys like this? Even if I never get to anything. This is nice. Even though it's hard for me to read. You're wearing PJs. Do you want to do an experiment? I'm so curious, and this is basically empty. We're gonna do an experiment. I'm gonna bring my iPad so I could read chat, and I'm gonna see how far downstairs I can go with this. I don't know if it's gonna stay connected, but we're gonna do an experiment. Okay? We're going on an adventure. My mom might be on the phone. So you couldn't hear me, huh? It was right after I left the room. Was that what happened? Which makes no sense. Which makes me think that it's not this that's getting captured. Let's test that. Can you still hear me? And does it sound the same? Just a few steps out the door. So it's not using this microphone. Okay, so that's an issue. How do I fix that? Ugh. You wanna come with me? Come with me. Wow! Hi! Let's see. Troubleshooting! Wow. Okay, so... I went into my kitchen, Frankie, so you know how far that is. It's not very. But if you can still hear me, that means that the audio being captured is by the camera, because it has a built-in mic. This is not working. How do I fix that? And I saw that you guys thought the music shut off. It just probably was changing. Chicken getting that audio. See, because if I change this to default and do that, can you still hear me? Is it picking this up? It's picking up something. Words being said. No, not that. What's one cool thing that I could do is this. Oh my god! She can make social media content like that! And all I had to do was flip the screen. See, it has capture audio only. But that, I don't understand. Use custom audio device? Is that what it is? Hold on. Okay. Ooh. Did that spike? Now double sound. Okay. But I muted one. So now what? Single sound. If I do this, can you still hear me? And was it really loud? No change. The guy lied to me in the video. He said this would be easy. What a fucking liar. Let's go back to this dude's video. Oh yeah, I posted the highlight of the Tower of Sorcery today.
Okay.
You're a liar, man. I connected it. Here, wait. One of you guys could look at it too. See what maybe I'm doing wrong. Did that. Prepared webcam. Okay. He could have recorded this better. Sorry about my face. Osmo Pocket 3. I can't tell. I can't fucking read it. Sin, you figure it out. For now, I'll leave this off. Because I guess it's not doing anything. My knees are hurting sitting like this. So, oh, back onto the floor we go. We love the face. You can watch me make my advanced GG! Blue-Res Lemmy! The only thing I will say is that the lighting down here sucks because my desk is blocking my big window down here. So I need to get more of this. I am dangerously low. I might need to set up a light. Which, of course, I just took my extra light out of my room, so that's okay. Serious lag? They are dangerous levels of Blue-Res Lemmy! I can never get this thing closed properly. You dislike Chrome? Shit like that happens in Firefox too. It happens to Zik. Firefox, or YouTube does not like Firefox. Shaky, 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 shaky. These things are so hard for me to shake. You used to like Chrome? When the hell was the last time I used Chrome? Maybe 3 years ago? I mean, I'm using it now for the hideout, like I've said. But it's like, you know. Let's start cutting out a pattern. Do you guys want like a semi-tutorial on how to do this? Or do you not care? It's fine as long as I don't leave multiple YouTube tabs open. I think Chrome is bad now. Chrome is bad. I'm thinking about installing Firefox and then switching the hideout over to that instead. You like to learn? I wonder... I guess where the camera is okay. Next time I could hook up the backup battery. Because it makes it a little bit taller. But also, I'm just using its own tripod. I could set it up on a tripod. Egg girl? Why am I an egg girl? Greg, how are you? This is not pre-workout. This is hydration. Wow. Did you see that zoom? Oh my god. Chicken is so good. Oh my god, I'm so happy that I can use chicken. My knees hurt from kneeling though. I might need to get knee pads. Alright, so let me take a sip of this. Look, you could see my fireplace and my axe. I made those. I made those a long time ago. The fireplace even longer than the axe. Alright, so I'm not doing these. I'm thinking this one or this one to start with. And I'm thinking this one. Should I make this duster too? Not the one with the sleeves, the sleeveless one. But not out of the Harlequin fabric. I think out of different fabric. It seems simple, or the guy's really a liar. Up to where he starts talking about how to connect to your Twitch. Yeah, we don't need that part. You think you have a grasp on the mic? Okay. I watched it like twice. Did I cut this stuff out already? Am I that good? Let's see. Well, okay, here's the question. Yeah, we can always discuss it later. I'll look at it again myself. And I'll force Stick to do the same. If it sounds fine, that's fine. I do want to be able to use that microphone though, but if it's fine for now, then we'll just leave it. So it sounds okay though? This is what the hideout stream is for. I don't want to have to do this if I use this on the main channel. Chicken's built-in mic is fine for now, as long as you don't want to talk downstairs. You overthink? It's not overthinking. I have a very specific way that I want things to work, and audio is the most important thing when it comes to streaming. Because there's a lot of times where people are lurking and they're just listening, they're working on stuff, so they're just listening, and you don't want crummy audio. So audio is the main thing. My camera doesn't necessarily look the best right now, like color-wise and everything like that, and that's okay. You don't need the best camera. I'm blessed enough to have two amazing cameras, Chicken and my main camera. But if my audio sucks, I'm not streaming. I did a stream in 3 parts, switching from Slobs, Streamlabs OBS, to OBS, because my audio was so fucked that I sat with Doc and split my stream into 3 parts, downloading OBS, transferring things over to OBS, and then building out the OBS, just because my audio kept crackling and popping. That's how important it is to me. That's how. Can you play a song for me? It reminds me of you. What song? That's my advice to any beginner streamer. If you're gonna spend money on anything, if you have to pick one thing between a mic and a camera, make it the mic. Always make it the mic. Hey, Genova, welcome to the floor. I once stopped a Breath of the Wild stream way back in the day because my audio was broken to hell. Yeah. And you don't have to buy an expensive Hawthorne Heights. I don't know if I know that song. I didn't really listen to them. Yeah. What was I just gonna say? Oh, it doesn't have to be an expensive mic. I loved my Blue Yeti Nano. It just was not working anymore. And I honestly miss using a microphone like that because of the range that I had around it. my fancier mic, it's so much more complicated. Granted, it sounds delicious now. At first, it didn't. But you gotta stay on top of that thing, you know? And I know that Chicken has a pretty decent built-in microphone because my second cooking video, that's what I used. But Chicken was a little too far away from when I was doing that cooking video. And when I swapped it back to the mic, it sounds so much better. So that microphone is delicious and would give me the freedom to walk around the room and you guys still be able to hear me. So it's not necessarily about me going downstairs. It would have been funny. But it's about you guys being able to hear me better. Blue mics are inexpensive. Yeah, I will always suggest getting a blue. Not the Snowball. The Snowball sounded okay, but the back of it always fell out. Because that's what Suezo used to use, was the Snowball. But the back cable always fucking fell out no matter what Snowball you had. I still have my Snowball somewhere, I think. It's an interesting view and it's throwing me off a bit. Yeah, it's to my right. That's my desk. There's Castlevania sitting right here. Oh, you can't see it right now. Blue good, Snowball bad. Like, Zik uses the Blue Yeti. And it sounds great. Though I do want him to take off some of his compressors because they limit his laugh, and his laugh is really good. But anyway. And I had the Nano, which is the same exact thing except smaller. The one problem with that is that sometimes it would just stop working, so you'd have to unplug it and replug it back in. He does it when he has to, and it's not a big deal, but for some reason for me, because it was smaller and the way I had it hooked up, it was a lot harder for me to unplug and replug it back in. And then I got fed up, and then that mic was actually sent to me. You're only used to seeing my room with one angle. You want to get really confused? I see what happened. It wasn't... Yeah, it's still not. It might deactivate again. There we go. The little locks for the extender weren't locked in place, so as soon as I touched it, it loosened, and that's why it did what it did. But yeah, look, confusion. Confusion. Look at my room. Wow! Look at it in all of its glory! Look at it. Look at it. Wow. 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 And then there's this side! Oh my god, look at the shelves she always talks about. There they are. The shelves that she always talks about that you guys can never see. But witness with... Oh wait, let me stand in front of the window a little bit. Witness with your eyeballs. There are shelves there. Wow. And yes, the T-Moogle is up on top. And, that is... Hold on, let me just close that curtain, because that curtain would really show off everything. As long as I don't... Here, wait, ready? Hold on. There it is. Aha! Blitzball! Now it follows me. See? See? It follows. It follows like a stalker. This is hurting my legs though, so we're gonna stop doing that. Okay. No, active tracker disable. Turn off. Did you turn off? Okay, cool. Now I have to open that curtain again. I don't know if that's where chicken was. It doesn't matter. You're silly and I love it. Wait, why is chicken's smoothing of the movement confusing you though? Richard is on the floor. There are stars on the ceiling. Hold on. There they are. They still, in fact, glow in the dark. Cornelius was up in the corner, yeah. I do too. They're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. Yeah. I definitely put chicken closer than what they were, but that's fine. Unusual to see the movement slowed and smooth. Oh yeah, chicken is fantastic. That's why, again, like, I'm so lucky that I have chicken, and I really need to use it more, and this is gonna give me a way to use it more, for sure. Okay. So we're doing A. There are two pieces. I should not have worn a shirt like this, but it's fine. There are two pieces to A. So here, look. Okay. Lesson time. This is the piece that we want right here. Okay? It's simple. It's boring. That's fine. That's fine. We're sewing. Okay? Yeah. Take out your notes, everyone! Right here. Okay? Front, back. Boring. So we come to this next panel. Ooh, look at these. These are all the pieces for all the things in this pattern. Fantastic. So we're looking at pattern A. A, okay? Where did the thing go? A. It says it right here. A. Okay. So pattern A, you come down to this little list and it has what they are and what it goes to. Simple. Look at that. Wow. Some of them have a lot. Some of them don't. A is only two pieces. The front and the back. So we need to look for piece 1 and piece 2. Now this happens to be a fairly simple pattern. And that's good that we're starting with this. Okay? Then that's where this comes in. Hello, pattern pieces. People hate cutting these out. I enjoy it. And usually when I have a new pattern, I'll cut out every single piece right then and there instead of just what I need. Because then later on, you could skip this step. It's very helpful. Floor stream! Bunny, hi! Welcome on into the hideout. I'm teaching everyone how to sew. So this is very big. This is 6. So, okay, look. This song seems too intense for this. I'm sorry, I love it, but no. Get out of here. Thank you for the follow! This one's better. We're using my camera chicken! My normal setup's up there. But we're using chicken. Chicken is a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 that I got 2 years ago at this point, and I never use. I could just do this, too. Okay, wait. That didn't really help at all. But now we're vertical. Yeah. Chimpkin! Here, wait. Say hi to yourself! Look at how little! He's so tiny! We love Timkin. Okay, so back to I'm teaching everybody. I don't know if I should do this or if you should just talk to my torso. It's fine. I'm teaching people how to read a pattern right now, and we're doing this fantastic rock style pattern from Simplicity from I don't even know when. 2002, baby! 2002! 2002! So we're making this top, or we will be, with this fabric. Because it doesn't need a lot. Oh, I forgot to show you guys on the back. This is a little intimidating back here. Oh, we will be wearing it today. Don't you worry, honey. Thank you for the follow. Okay, so back here is a little intimidating, but it is very important to look at this stuff. Okay, so this fabric, this pattern uses knit material. So that's what this is. This is a knit material. There is a stretch. Oh, you didn't see that. Stretch. You see? There's not as much of a stretch on this direction. It's more this way. Okay? That is important. Not really for this pattern, though. But when you do have a pattern that requires stretch material, usually there's this guide on top right here where you have to start where your fabric is and then see if it stretches the rest of the way. Do I ever pay attention to that? Fuck no, I don't! I just do what I want! This is free sewing. That's what I have called it forever. Whenever I started learning how to sew, because I've kind of always knew how to sew, but whenever I started actually sewing, I would say, free sewing. And I just did it. I'm trying to be better about teaching you guys, but it's a good thing I could sit like this. This is very comfortable. Hi. How you guys doing? Welcome to my floor, guys. You wanna play Mario Kart? I'm sorry, I've lost my mind. We're much closer. Hi. Anyway, so yeah, this part shows you how much fabric you need depending on the size. It also has a section for notions, so that's like your threads, and if you need zippers or buttons or whatever. So we're doing top A. This is hard for me to see, I'm sorry. And I'm doing an extra small, and I believe this one's 5/8 of a yard. No, this is the 3/4 of a yard. So that's why I'm like, teeny tiny. This, for those of you who have not seen it before, possibly Bunny, because I saw you like this fabric, I bought this for my Fizzaroli pants for Anime NYC last year, and I fucking love it. And I bought so much. So I bought this last year when I was visiting Zick in Pennsylvania. And we went to Joann's because I needed to make the costume. I was going for a different fabric, and then we saw this, and I bought... I think I bought all of it, right, Zick? I think I bought all of it because I knew I was making long pants, and I can't... This is the dream fabric for me, and it smells really good because I washed it. So we have more, and this is still not all of it. And then when I went to my Joann's this year, because of the whole closing and all the crap, I found more of it, so I bought more. I have so much of this. I did buy all of it, yeah. Bunny, that's my partner Zick. He's gonna be at SGDQ. So if you want to look out for him, he will be there. He's fantastic, and I'm not biased. So yeah, I have a lot. This might fit that piece, the shirt we're making. It might not. We'll see when I find the pattern piece. I also have this fantastic fabric I will be using as well for a different top. And I have other, like I have a black and red striped fabric that I also want to make long pants with. I have a lot of circusy clothing I'm going to be making. Circus, but make it fashion, you know? Fitting with my name and everything. Yeah. Yes, pre-wash your fabric, because I didn't pre-wash that Harlequin fabric before I made my fizzy pants, and they shrank. Which is weird, because knit fabric doesn't usually shrink, but it did. Which I'm glad I bought more. But it works with my shoes. They're okay. I actually soaked them and then weighed it down to try and re-stretch the fabric, and that helped enough to make it where I don't hate it. So, I love circus, but fashion. You know a lot of circus people? Banana! Hello! If you make that at long piece, it'll be Harlequin Duster. Yes. Also, Day, you asked if I'm going to NYCC or Anime NYC. I wanted to go to Anime NYC because Brendan Rogers is going to be there. But it's $86 for one day, where I spent $90 for the entirety of AGDQ. So, I'd still love to go, but that's really fucking expensive. Anyway, class, pay attention. Get your books out again. She has a little bit more energy because of the coffee that she bought yesterday that she drank today. This is the perfect song for jester core outfits. Anyway, this is the duster. It's piece 6. We don't want this. I've given up on it trying to explain this stuff to you, I guess. I don't know. What is this? I don't recall ever making anything from this, though, so I don't understand. What are you? This is piece 5. This is the duster. So it's probably still in this. Alright. This is what intimidates a lot of people when sewing. Okay? We need 2 pieces. And keep in mind, this pattern was already cut into. Yeah. Now we have to find the pieces and cut them out. Also, thank you so much for the follow. It's like $75 a day, which is usually not worth it. But a friend is performing. Your local kind of 60 for 3 days, 45 if you get in early enough. The problem is that with Anime NYC, you're paying this hefty price to go shopping. Because it's not like there are any, main companies there really to speak of that, have things worth doing or going to. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. If Twitch friends go, that will sway me a little bit more, because then it's like, okay, it's also a meetup kind of thing, but I would rather go and hang out in Manhattan and wait to see Brandon Rogers on the street. People who went through clown college... contortionist? Really? I want to be friends with them. I should have gone to clown college / been a contortionist, because I'm 38 and Giraffe girl, I'm doing whatever the fuck that was. I'm 33 and I could break my leg doing that. Hi, Brian. Love you for this. You finally got Uthduna? Hell yeah! Good job! I want to go to clown college. I would be upset, though, if the dean didn't have a hand buzzer when shaking my hand. You can't even sit cross. I mean, I'm hypermobile. So, that helps, but, you see how I'm just sitting. Well, one foot's here. It's dangerous when I'm on a floor because I sit really weird. That's why I was just hey, You know, like, it's just comfortable. I don't know. Clown school is intense. Yeah, see, that's the problem. That's why the like, newest core craze is clowncore. And I'm like, people are gonna think, like, I don't know. No. Jesters. Jesters, baby. I'm a little sad that that's the new core that people are, like, going towards. But I'm like, get your clothing, wear it for a week, put it in the thrift store, and then I'll come collect it. And it'll sit with me for the rest of my life. Probably. Your joints are all goofy? Oh my gosh. Yeah, my sister's like that too. Okay, so... we have to find piece 1 and piece 2. This is piece 3. Oh yeah, my fabric is not going to be big enough. Why is it so large? Maybe we will do the other one. Wait, who wrote something bad? Have you ever done the thing with the broomstick where you can hold it in front of you and move it behind you without taking your hands off of it? Yes. But I am more worried to do something like that now. I probably still could because of how bad my shoulder is. You can sit in a proper lotus position. Oh, yeah, like, I do this in my chair. Like, when I'm streaming with you guys, like, normal, there's a good chance I'm sitting like this. And then I used to be a weirdo, and then just, like, and then to piss off my sister, I used to, like, follow her like this. I can't really do that now, my knees are too bad, but, yeah, okay, we'll cut out this pattern, but I might not use it for this piece of fabric. So, we're gonna just fast cut it because I don't feel like folding this back up. Hip dysplasia. I can sit all sorts of weird ways, but never lotus positioned. Interesting. Hey, Rufus! You've got hypermobility. Yeah, more recently, I really need to get those, they're not rings, but they're not finger splints, but they're finger thingies that will stop my fingers from doing that, because that has been hurting a lot. Like, my pinkies, especially, have become, like, 90-degree angles, and they're hurting. We are doing sewing things. I can't say it like that. If I tried, I would be called crisscross apple cause of death. If I try lotus position, there's a very good chance the ball of my hip can wedge. Oh my god, Bunny, no! Ouch! You have Blue Res Let Me Dusk? Hell yeah, Blue Res Let Me Gang! This might be the wrong channel, but still, go shop Advanced and use my code. Or not. It's still code Harley. It still works. That was a good reminder, though, Sin, because I was really thirsty. I can do the downward part of downward dog. I was contemplating doing yoga, but I feel like I would get really dizzy and lightheaded because of the different, like, elevations you're constantly being in. So I would have to have, like, Monica-style yoga. Advance is so good. I heard good things about the new peach rings. Have you? I basically primarily drink just the the hydration ones now. Specifically the blue raspberry lemonade one, this one. So much so that I need to get more. Otherwise I will implode. I do have the energy ones and I do like them, but I'm a thirsty bitch. I'm a thirsty bitch. BRB, okay. Yeah, I need to get more. We have a joke, Sin, Loki, and myself, we're the Blue Raz Lemmy Gang. I need to try that because I have the mango dragon fruit one, and I have to try it again. But I think what happened was I really, really wanted the blue raspberry lemonade. So I didn't like how the mango dragon fruit one tasted, which doesn't make sense because I love both mangoes and dragon fruits. So I'm like, why would I not like this one? I don't know. That's a good idea. Ooh, I'm gonna have to try that with the cotton candy. Hey, Giraffe Girl, I'll do bungee with you. I told you that shit looks like so much fun. I want to be flying. I want to be strapped up in the bungee onesies, and I just want to go whee! I would be a menace. You would be like, I don't know her. He makes commands, he cannot lie, they never work on first try. What is that in... Wait, MK, what is the song you have that based on? Blue Raz Lemon Cotton Candy sounds good, right? I might have to try that tomorrow. Oh, Big Butts. I don't know why. You don't know this song because I don't think you know this band, but I sang it to the tone of Dead Sea, the band Dead Sea, and she likes big words. Which, now I'm thinking about it, is kind of the same thing. Mix-a-Lot's version of Mix It Up. Got you. Next time you come, we'll go to a class together. Well, not this time. But maybe the time after that. Blue Raz Lemmy Cotton Candy is a lot of flavors. Okay, yes, but cotton candy is an item, and then it's flavored, right? It's just a mouthful. But cotton candy could be a mouthful if you shove a lot of it into your mouth. I can't afford to do it right now, but I like what I've experienced with pole. I've wanted to do that too. Like, that just seems fun. I hate that people have such a negative, like, idea of, like, pole dancing. And I'm like, listen, I ain't working at the club. I want to swing around a pole, just like I want to swing on a chandelier. It's just fun stuff. Give me all the acrobatic lottie-dooties. Like I said, the first time I ever saw a Cirque du Soleil, I was like 4 or 5. And I was like, I want to do that. And then my parents told me that I was too old to start training for it and that I had to be littler. And I'm like, what? Oh, to work for Cirque du Soleil? I need to go to one of their shows. I've only been to one, and I don't even remember which one it was. If you ever want to try something and need a tag team partner, I'm down. Loki's like, get me a pole! Could you imagine Loki doing pole dancing? Have you ever had cotton candy and a fun drink at the same time at a fair or festival? I would assume that he probably has because he worked at a carnival. Or an amusement park, I should say. I like calling him my carny. Unrelated to anything anyone is talking about, I got tickets to go see Lilo and Stitch. Hell yeah! You can imagine Loki pole dancing easy. I support it. You would do a Toad impression? I always went to my friend's pole recitals every term of hers. But my friends and I always play on their house pole. I love that. Wait, what? You can never pronounce what word? Deteriorate? You also use the... Yeah, I know, it is a workout. It feels... It seems to me like that would be such a good workout for me, though. Even though, again, with the change in elevation, I might get dizzy or lightheaded. But... maybe not. But just... I've always liked hanging off things. I know, I'm such... This is why my sister calls me a monkey. Like, I've always hung up things and, like, just climb stuff and like, I don't know. Don't give me weights or a treadmill or something. Give me the obscure. I like doing the obscure. It's more fun. I don't have room to do the obscure here. Using muscles you don't even know you have. Like, when I was in high school, I worked on stage crew, and I did the rope cage, even though I was way too little. Well, I was this height and weight. And I was lifting 50-pound weights to pull the ropes and everything like that. And doing that pulling action, not only did my back look fucking amazing, oh, it was so much fun. It was so much fun, and it was so weird. I miss it. Oh, yeah, I can't use this pattern for that. Wow, it's so much bigger than I expected. Loki, you should have not been anywhere near the electrical box. There are 4 different Blue-Raz Lemmies. Classic, Beetle Stars, Evan Braddock's, and Dusk. All 4 are sold out? Oh no! Sin, you gotta keep an eye on when they come back in stock. I gotta talk to somebody, but I gotta message Vicky, be like, listen, honey, how do we get Advanced to get on making more blue raspberry lemonade? Alright, I'm just folding up the pattern pieces that I cut out to put them away. It's the long lamb. Oh no! Not long lamb! I need you to reserve stock in blue raspberry lemonade for me and these 2 other people. I mean, she is part of the UK branch, so maybe I can get UK stock. Some pieces are easy to cut out. That one was very simple. Guys, did you see Zick's new card video on his card channel? Showing off the lovely, rare Tifa card he has? Wait, what, MK? You know I'm gonna promote the hell out of you. You know it. Blue Bruv Lemmy? Oh my god. So this is the first piece that I'm cutting out that's part of the shirt. It's too big. I'm gonna need to see how big the other one is. I want to use that small piece first. So I thought this was gonna be smaller, but it's not. Also, I'm like hyper aware, knowing that you guys are watching me, with the fact that I'm sitting like this. Totally not jealous. Not even a little bit. Nope. Hey, Toastman. Oh, electrical joke. Gotcha. You better keep an eye on that card. Fun fact, if you go to his stream, it sits behind him. You just might not be able to see it every time. He's got 3 special cards on display behind him, and that's one of them. So we're gonna move this one over to the side. I want to see how big it is on the piece. Before I quit on it. They're amped up on electrical puns. Haha! For anyone just joining us, I am loosely cutting around the pattern pieces I need. You don't need to be precise. In fact, I wouldn't be precise. Give them a little bit of a border, because you can cut it closer when it's on your fabric. And we almost tamed this beast. Love the fact I was thought of. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was like, I have to tell Genova when you post this video. I almost tagged you in it when I shared it in the Discord, but I was like, they'll see it. They don't need to be tagged. Also, I really want that Vivi mug. Oh, you know what, Sin? That's right. Vicky's never tried it. I forgot about that. Tag me anyway. Okay, I will. I just didn't want to tag people and stuff. And being that you had just posted that mug, I was like, maybe you'll see it because you had eyes on the channel. I don't like being that guy that's constantly tagging. That's why I don't tag you guys for... Well, I guess I tag you for hideout streams. But the YouTube videos, whenever I post those, they don't have tags on. Also, I need to go through the Discord and ask who wants the town crier role, because ever since that thing broke, I don't think anybody's been added to it. And we might need to just manually do it. That broke so long ago. Especially 7 Zelda, I'll go to be tagged. Okay, cool. Doesn't matter who. Good to know. Alright, we're just getting rid of the excess bulk on this last piece, and then I'll fold it up. It'll fit in the package so much nicer, because the bulk will be gone. And then, yeah. I'm not removing all the bulk. There's just, like, one side piece I'm gonna get rid of. You see where the pattern is, the line, and all of this here is just extra, so I'm just gonna cut that off. You can save these pattern pieces like this to make your own patterns. We have so many patterns here. I'm not going to do that today. Not doing that. And then I just use the fold lines that were already in the pattern. It's a lot easier to refold when it's smaller like this. It's a little bit of a puzzle, but I kind of enjoy that. And if I get frustrated, I just say fuck it, and then I just fold it however I want. That's close enough. That is close enough. Which way does this go? This way. This way. And then I give it a nice little smoosh. Little bit of a pat. Grab the rest of these pieces. And now next time I go to do anything with this pattern, for the most part, it's all cut out. I don't know why this is so big, but I'm gonna fold it in half again. And then it can go right back in here. And if you can't fold it back to be in here like this, just get like I've seen people get those clear plastic things for binders. And like just a large binder, so you can put the pattern pieces with this and the instruction in a slightly bigger area. I can usually get them back in there. See? Of course, the instructions I didn't put in there yet. And I'm going to trim this down and see. So, okay, here's the other thing. This pattern, this one has this is not even going to fit me, first of all. This is a 7/8 through a 15/16. Those are the sizes. So first of all, a 7/8 is too big for me. It says it should be fine because it's a juniors. I don't know about that. But because it has that wide range, scooting time! You can see this. You see all this? see that? You see how there's numbers right here? Take out your notes! So the smallest one, the one that I want, is down here. But it has all of these size ranges. So, if you grew up in a normal household, most people would say, cut off the rest of it. You don't need it. You're not these sizes, so why bother? But my household said, no, 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 no. You are not cutting off any of these. What you're gonna do is fold it down to the size you want. So first I have to cut off this excess. I mean, in the long run, it is smarter to do it like that because what if you want to make it for somebody else? What if your size changes? Yada, yada, yudi, yidi. For my example, I would probably, if I was going to cut it off, I would probably cut it off one away from my size to give that wiggle room. But I also have a fear in my head of getting yelled at. So we're gonna just fold it. Yay! Trauma! Trauma! So, when you are gonna fold, I'm not gonna do it right now, because like I said, this is gonna be too big. But like, this part's easy. Oh, she's getting on her belly. Hey, this part's easy because it's flat, right? So I just need to go whoop, and then a nice little crispy line. Ta-da. If it's in your way in the back, you can kind of fold it into like a triangle. Like that, to get rid of those pieces. And then fold it down, and now it's out of your way. When you're doing a curve, a curvy-wurvy, okay? You can start folding it, but then you're gonna notice real fast that that curve is gonna fight you. So you just do a little like this. Boop. Like this. Boop. And now you can fold it better. And this teaches you how to sew in a curve. Because when you sew in a curve, you have to release some of the pressure so it curves. Wow! This is the weirdest stream in the fucking world. So that's basically what you do. If you're gonna keep the size and you want to fold, you fold and then you clip the curve. Like, I need another clip right here because of the angle and the bulk of the pattern. And then you fold it here, give it a crisp little line, and then you fold it here. I said I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm really fast at it, so it's fine. I don't mind doing this. Sometimes it's a little complicated. See, like right here has a slight curve to it that I could release, but you could also just kind of mush the pattern a little bit. You could also tape it in place if you want. But by weirdest you mean great? I don't know about that. Listen, I was asked many times if I had any sewing tutorials online or stuff that I watched or what, and I don't. But now maybe I do. Is it good? Okay, so we got that basically taken care of, right? So here's some more lines on this piece. I'll have to like make an abridged version of this because there is very helpful information in here, but there's also a lot of random bullshit going on. A bird dives in? Oh my god, that's because you guys don't have any screens. Okay. This is specific if you have an interesting body shape like I do. I have a short torso. So that means this panel on me right here, this section, is a lot shorter than the average person. If it was the right length, I would be taller. I'm missing like 2 inches because of my short torso. So there's this nifty line right here, okay? It's your waistline. You want this line to line up to where your waist is. So if I was to put this on my bod, okay? It's actually in the right spot for me, for once. And that's because this is a junior's top. This is why I wear a lot of junior's clothing. Then the next thing we will notice right here is this little thing that always reminds me of the game Sorry. I don't know if you see it, if you know that board game Sorry. This always reminds me of Sorry. It always has. It always will. Hey, Sprout! This is the cut on a fold line. When you see that symbol, you don't have to go back to base. You have to cut it on a fold. Now, if you're trying to do a two-tone thing, you can ignore that. But if you are trying to do a two-tone thing, make sure you give yourself seam allowance to sew the sides together. Because it's not giving you that here. Because you're cutting it on a fold. That might have been too much information. I'm not good at being a teacher. And what cutting it on a fold means is you take your fabric and then you fold it. So now you have this folded piece right here, and then you take this piece and you put it on that line. And then you pin it in place and you leave it alone. You don't touch it. This almost fits. It's off by that much. I don't really want to make it shorter. And I want the fabric to go the pattern downwards, not horizontal, because I could make it either way, but the waist is right here. So your belly button. Hips are down here. So like, can you see? Belly button, waist, hips. You see? Those are two completely different measurements. Like for a female form, your waist is usually much more, well, not usually, but typically the way that the form is you go in at your waist. So you're wide up at your bust, into your waist, and then out to your hips. Hence the hourglass. I am what I call a minute glass because my proportions are that of an hourglass shape, but I'm so tiny that I'm only about a minute. A nifty line, she says wearing an angel dust shirt. Yeah, I know, right? I'm about a minute. Maybe 30 seconds. No, I'm about a minute. Yeah. Because my proportions are that of an hourglass shape, but yeah. Now, not saying that an hourglass is the only shape, because, like, Pam, for example, is a pear, where she's kind of the same up here, and then she got hips, you know? And then there's an apple shape, and then there's a triangle shape, but typically, unfortunately typically, when doing this, the standard is your waist is by your belly button and it's smaller and your bust and your hips are bigger. I don't like that standard. This is a pattern from 2002 though. And even though that doesn't feel that long ago, it was in the grand scheme of things. So there's that. If I ever had, like I said, I've said this plenty of times, if I ever had my own pattern company, it would take a long time and a lot of work, but I would have transformative patterns that fit all shapes, or as many shapes as I could. So it'd have adjusters in the patterns, and it'd probably be complicated, but it would have adjusters in the patterns to fix. Oh, you have a short torso? This is where you do it. Luckily, that is a standard in these patterns. If you have shorter legs or longer legs, they have areas where you can adjust. But what if I have a short torso and a huge bust line like I do? How do you compensate? I just am able to do it because I know things. You know? What if you have this teeny tiny little waist, but you got a badonkadonk? You need adjusters. It's a beautiful shape, but try finding a pattern for it. We are on the floor. All right, I'm not using this pattern for this. It's too big. I'm not going to bother adjusting this one right now. I seriously, the reason I was going to go to, well, one of the reasons I was going to go to school in Vancouver was for their fashion program. And so, you know, I could live in Vancouver. I don't know if you guys remember, that was a goal of mine. Goals change, people. But I would still love to try and make an inclusive pattern company. Because, like, sewing your own clothes should be, well, unfortunately, sewing your own clothes is the way to make sure you get things that fit you properly. Because the standard in clothing and fashion and stuff is ridiculous. I can almost never find stuff that fit me. This shirt is too big, but it's not too big where it's bad. These pants were too long. I had to cut them, and the waist was too high, so I had to cut that. Like, everything I own, for the most part, has been altered by me. I heard badonkadonk. We were talking about body shapes. And what it is to sew for certain shapes and how difficult it is to find even patterns for certain sizes and shapes. That, like I said, that is a size 7-8. It is a juniors, so juniors clothing runs smaller, which is why I wear juniors clothing. But, like, where's that one? This pattern that I have loved for years and one day will make it, the smallest it starts at is a size 6. I'm like according to these things, a 6 is a European 32. I need a size 4. And to try and find a pattern that's a size 4 is, like, next to impossible. Who's forever modifying his clothes? Yeah, I get that. Anyway, let's try the other pattern. Hold on. Alright, so I'm really trying to squeeze something out of this piece of fabric. I don't know if it's possible. It might not be. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might not be. We're gonna try. This will be used for something. I promise you that. Even if it's just for my head. Like this. There we go. How do I look? And if I can't use it, my mom will use it as an applique for something. I'm not worried about not having enough fabric. Just keep that clear. So if I can get a pattern piece out of this and then have to dip into this, that's totally acceptable too. I don't need to make the whole thing out of this tiny piece. I'm just trying to maximize what I can use to minimize waste, because we don't like waste here. And again, the smallest of pieces will not be wasted, because, like, if I have an offcut like this big, my mom will take it and use it for a quilt. This is why we have so much stuff. Anyway, let's try this one. This one doesn't have a year. Does it? 2005. I found it. What did I cut this out for? He also made his own leather jackets? That's so cool! I wonder what clothing patterns are like in different countries where regular body types are different. I'm not sure. I do have different decades of stuff. Like, I have a pattern from, like, the 70s, I think, that I actually used to make Lulu's skirt for when I did a winter Lulu. It has a vest in it that I really want to make. I still don't know if my Luna tank top from last summer fits or not. I never even unfolded it. Oh my god. If you make the middle part narrower, you'll minimize waist. Haha. Alright, let's see what pattern pieces I need for this. I don't recall ever making this shirt, but maybe I... Oh, I did make this shirt! I made this shirt out of fabric that was really cool and had Gundam all over it. But the fabric was so old, it stretched and then didn't come back. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that now. Try it on! He loved Western vibes, so it was Native American and cowboy inspired. That's so cool. Genova, do you still have it? So I want a... So it's 3 pieces. It's 1, 2, 3. That's easy. Gone damn! And yeah, see, I did most of the work here because I cut everything out. Well. And then I used one of the same top. I made this top, this purple one. That was the Gundam one. I did it in that fabric, not because I wanted a Gundam shirt, but I was using it as a mock-up. And then I made it again, and then the shirt didn't even work because of the fabric I used. It was for a Morgana costume. I'm getting hungry. What did I eat? Oh, I only ate a bagel today so far. That's why. I got excited! I should have eaten before I started streaming, but I didn't. Okay, yeah, this is big too. Well, it's also really long. I pulled burgers out of my freezer, but I don't think they're gonna be defrosted in time. So it might be going back to frozen food tonight. You don't have to if you don't want. I was just curious if you still had it. This is a really long tank because of the style back then. A little tighter than I'd like. Yeah, so this is the back. Where do we get the front? Because I'm not sure entirely how the back looks. It'd be nice to share. Then, if you can find it, then absolutely. You know we would be happy to see that stuff. So this is a type of shirt, because it's such a tight type of shirt, you really want to make sure your waistline and everything are in the right spot. Obviously, if this is a masculine fit thing, it would be different because their stuff doesn't curve in the way that this stuff does. But, yeah. There's also some interesting things on this pattern that I can show you that wasn't on the other pattern. Hooray! Learning! You gotta sleep? Okay, Truthy! Enjoy your sleep! And then we just have the simple strap. I may or may not make the strap out of the Harlequin. I might just make black straps. I haven't decided yet. You modified a cowboy hat? That's so cool! I love that. Alright, so we have strap for top, which will probably end up becoming shorter for me. Oh, here's one thing that I didn't show you guys. We're scooting. Okay. This is the grain line. So this shows you which way the fabric needs to be facing with the grain. Simple, because that determines how it's gonna stretch or pull or not pull or yada yada yada. So that's an important mark right there. Then we have this lovely little scenario right here, okay? So I want the extra small. There are these dots here that have the sizes next to them, right? So this is a small, extra small, small, medium, which is a very odd range for a pattern, I feel. So the extra small is the third line down. So solid line, medium, big dash, small, small dash, extra small. So in keeping with the folding, I need to fold it like this. And then you see how like weird the lines get because it goes to the outer more line instead of what you would think would be the inner more line. So they're not always going to be the furthest most in line for your size. Or at least if we're talking the smallest size. So this one will need a lot of like clippity clipping to release some of this. But this goes to this point, and then I'll cut off this excess to fold that down. Actually, I don't need to because it is the outside, so I'll just cut it. But it follows, it goes like that, and then they all meet up into this one line here. You know, but this side will get a foldy-woldy like that, and a snip, and then follow this line to here, and then all the way down. But this is a really long shirt, so we're gonna possibly shrink that a little bit. Ugh. But with the front. So where does this go? To shorten and fold along this line. Okay. Ugh. She's coming back. Okay, so this one has a lengthen and shorten on it. This is the waistline right here. This is the shortening line. And this is the lengthening line. Don't ask me how to lengthen at the moment because I don't know how to explain it. But we're gonna take this, and then we're gonna fold this, and then we're gonna get rid of that part, and then I made it shorter. Like that. Hold on. Like that. Oh, this is hard. So you see, we brought it up to the lengthen line to shorten it. to lengthen, really, you have to cut into the pattern and then add. Because you can take away easy, but to add, you have to cut into the pattern and add a piece. That's why I'm like, I'm not really going to explain how to lengthen right now. That's the overview, though. I sometimes will either add a pin or a piece of tape to keep this where it is. And then you want to line this up with my waist. And it's still too long. It's still too long. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna have to see where I want to shorten this to. And where I want to shorten this. This one needs a lot of modification. For a simple shirt, once I get it though, like typically, hey Thoth, we're sewing. Or I'm explaining patterns at least. Once I get this to how I want it, there's a high chance that I'll lay these pattern pieces, not the strap. The strap I won't need to do it too. But I'll lay these pattern pieces on new paper and then trace that out so I won't ever have to worry about redoing these measurements. So like I said, this is going to take a little bit more measuring for me because this is too long for what I want. We're not trying to pull off one of these. Hold on, look. Where is it? There it is. So this is about from the same year, this shirt. I would think it's like 2005. Maybe a little bit later. But this, okay, is exactly the same style. Where it's really long on the body. So, like, it goes pretty long down. I don't want it this long. I want it to sit, like, here. You know? Like, that. You know? I don't want this whole over the pant thing. I want it to meet at where my pants usually are. And looking at this, taking this, using your own clothes that you like how they fit or how you know you would change it as a reference is fantastic. So first off, there's that curve right there, and that's where your hip goes. Because of how long it is, we might not need that curve out to compensate for the hips. Right? Okay, Loki, be safe. If I lay this down, yeah, this is actually longer. Oh, no, but it's the same length. Oh, that's good. That's good to know. This seems awfully wide, though. Why is it so wide compared to this? Mad respect to all the sewing people out there. I know Jon Snow about sewing. I don't know if I love how wide this pattern is. That's center. No, actually, that shirt might just be really, really tight. We'll go with it. I need to modify it a little bit. Do I? And wait, did I measure this as a full length? I did. So, okay, I might not need to modify it then. With shortening it at the waistline, let me toss a pin in here. Okay. Maybe I won't need to modify it then. Doing that here, and honestly, I could bring it up a little bit more, but I'm not going to. Doing that here helped the length. Yeah. Oh no! Sin, do you have any energy advance? Hey, maybe you can be the guinea pig. Test what Bunny suggested. Throw some cotton candy in your blue res Lemmy. Or, hear me out, wait, do this instead. Make a cotton candy with, and like have your blue res Lemmy, and then in a separate glass, pour them together. So you're not, if you don't like it, you're not wasting blue raspberry lemonade. It's like a safer way of doing it, you know? Hold that. You have too many dishes? Oh, well, I can't help you then. Oh, that would be? How would that be? It's 2 shakers. 2 shakers are too many? And a glass? You have way too many Transformers. Alright, I love the Warrens, but I don't feel like hearing that right now. I don't really feel like hearing this song either. Alright, whatever. Oh wait, there's that shirt too. Hold on. Hold the phone. This is 5/8. Both of these are 5/8. I'm gonna look at this pattern next. I'm gonna take that out. We're gonna fold this up. That's why I had so many. Like, I gathered a bunch. No, this goes like this. This folds like this. You don't, if anybody here is actually learning anything from this, I don't know, but you don't have to fold your pattern pieces back on the lines that they already had. I just find that they fold easier that way, but you can very simply just fold your patterns in a new way and it'll be fine, you know? Sometimes the pattern folds don't make any sense, but I like it. It's kind of a challenge to get them to be folded in the way that they were originally. It's like a little game. A little puzzle. And then sometimes I get frustrated and then I just do whatever the fuck I want. Or I'll, like, ease them into a better shape now that they're smaller, but still kind of on those same fold lines. I don't know. This is all useless stuff that I do. I don't know. This is turning into just a pattern cutting stream. And honestly, I would be happy to just sit here and cut patterns and just chit chat. Because, like, I got a bunch of patterns that if I removed the fluff and separated the pieces, when I get in that urge to really sew, it'd be so much easier. Let's go! I have made these pants before. I did not like how they came out. But that was a me thing. What is this? Oh, I just got a text from Advanced. peach rings is flying. Grab the candy accurate flavor before it's gone. Why am I getting text from them? I didn't sign up for that, but whatever. Yak it? No, we don't want the yak it. We want the top B. 4, 5, 6. Oh, the top and the dress are the same pattern. Interesting. Let's see. That's one that you certainly don't want to cut up. Oh, that's 7. Here's 4. This is 5. And then that's 6. Okay. Past Monica coming in clutch with all of these already cut out. I love doing that for myself, I guess. Okay, so here's another example of, like, what patterns can do. Alright, this is the back. Hold on to that, Jim. Jim's a lovely assistant. So, on this pattern... Ugh! Okay. We have this dress, and we have this top. It's this top, too. Okay? It's the same pattern, except instead of making a dress, you stop about here, and then you make the shirt. That's a very common thing that patterns do to save space. So here, I might have used this dress from Mudkip. I think this was my Mudkip dress. It had to have been. So here, we have the dress pattern. Yeah, look, see, it's all folded and everything. Here's the dress. But if you want, first off, to lengthen and shorten, you got that here. So this is your waist. And this, it says cut here, which don't cut it. Fold it. Fold it up. Tuck it out of the way. And there's your top. Don't cut it. Why would you cut it? Then you can't make the dress. Or you have to reattach it. Why would you do that? Don't cut it. Fold it. Stupid. There you go. I kind of want to make the dress. This version of this song always makes me think of Undertale. Press A, don't cut it. Have you? I hope some people learn some things. I'm not a very good teacher. I just kind of spit out what I know and hope it sticks for somebody. I'll have to see if I could bring my... This is the scary part. My sewing machine hates me. And if the presser foot comes out of the machine itself, the back, I have to open the entire machine to put it back in place. Moment of truth. Oh my, contaminated. This is educating me a lot for the pattern I need to use this summer. I've been scared. Well, if you need help, please message me. Like, if I don't have an answer for you, there's a high probability my mother does. Because she has been sewing since she was little. And the reason I know so much was for years. I didn't start sewing until 2015. So 10 years ago, I guess. But because I was around her for my whole life, and she was always sewing, like she sewed the curtains in my room, the dust ruffle for my bed back in the day. She sewed, like, she used to do upholstery, like reupholster furniture and stuff. She didn't really like doing alterations on clothing, but she used to. My sister, my oldest sister, didn't know when she was a child, she didn't know that you could go to the store to buy clothing because all of her clothes were handmade by my mom. So It's not bad. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. I'll have to try that. Maybe I'll try it next stream. So tomorrow. Maybe I'll try and do that next stream. Lady D's? Oh. That is... I can understand. But if you need some assistance, I can try and help you. My most complicated... What is my most complicated... Oh! Why am I even considering anything other than Yennefer? Yennefer's dress was the most complicated thing ever in a singular garment. Wraith was hard. Gentiana was a lot of pieces. Yennefer was the hardest. I used this pattern, actually. This was the base pattern for Yen. This one right here. They're all basically the same, but this one right here. Because it has these, like, you could see the lines, the vertical lines on the dress. So I made the base of it. That was easy. I had to lengthen it. That was a pain, because as you can see, it doesn't go to the floor. I did end up making it a little too short, but whatever. So I had to make it go to the floor. So I had to lengthen it a lot. And then I had to add the stupid pool, like, not pool noodles, but like fabric noodles. For those of you who haven't seen the costume, I made her what I call apple juice dress from the show. So it's the big, like, orgy scene. She's got the mask on. I made that dress. That's in the show for like 0.2 seconds. And it took me like 4 months or something. And I didn't have a dress form. So I had to do it all just with hopes and dreams. It was a lot. That's amazing. Can you see it sometime? Yeah. I might actually, hold on. You guys get to see me go up to my computer. I don't have very good pictures of it, to be honest. Is this one okay? That's not very good. What year did I do that? Was that 2020? Not Premiere Pictures. No, I clicked 2022. What's wrong with me? 2020. No? No? 2019? There's Wraith. I don't know where my pictures went. Oh, here it is, wait. Oh, they're not good pictures. Ready? Boop. Oh, you can't see that. Yeah. That. Here's a closer one. You can see the cage. All the pictures that were taken of me, though, were horrible. I don't remember. Does this one look okay? That one's okay. Yeah. I don't know why all the pictures of me in that dress came out like ass. What did I just remove? But like, we could talk about this though instead, if you'd like, because that one is top tier. You know, like just saying, that That was pretty cool. I'm so happy with how she came out. Oh my god. Me being freezing cold helped so much with that, like, sell that costume. That was the most work I have ever put into a singular costume ever. And I made Shiva. Yeah. No, stop trying to remove my camera. Lock that in place. Delete. I fucking love it. That, I am so proud of that Wraith costume. Oh my god. I was thinking last night, I was like, I should dress up in my costumes more on my main channel. And I was like, who would I wear? I'm not gonna wear Princess Garnet if I'm not playing Final Fantasy IX. I'm not gonna be Gentiana if I'm not playing Final Fantasy 15. I'm not gonna be Wraith if I'm not playing Apex. So I'm like, I got nothing. I got nothing. Oh, hey, Spider. Morgana was S tier. Morgana has since fallen apart. I can't wear her anymore. Well, one of 80,000 versions of her. Where is she? There she is. Which one? Which one are we looking at? Which one are we talking about? This one? I mean, the skirt's still okay. But, like... Then this was her remake, and I hate her remake. Oh, that's a really large picture. Why is it so big? Stop being so big. Hold on, she's coming. Yeah, I hate her remake. This was after my shoulder was injured, too. There we go. Look at the difference. Ugh. Not good. I don't like it. There was a Season 3 trailer for Interview with a Vampire. Oh, really? I don't like this one. I don't like it. It's bad. That picture, that Morgana, was actually in a cosplay calendar. Yep. Alright. Enough about that. Hey, Rochi. Control F? Oh, okay, cool to know. I will probably forget it, but thank you. Okay. What was this for? Is this the dress? Yes. Evan, please don't. Please, please don't. Spider, how have you been? Oh yeah, my Twilight Princess hat? Yeah, that's not hanging up right now. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I've gotta go? Okay. It was so nice for you to hang out. Thanks for the awesome stream, of course. I'm glad you enjoyed. I'm gonna have to plug in my iPad. Do I make the dress or do I make the shirt? Easy, endless options. A lot of work and family stuff going on. How am I? Happy and horribly depressed. The chicken? Jim Chimkin! Whoop! He's the best! Look at him! He's got little wiggly legs! I was gonna look at this piece. So normal? Well, severely worse. Severely worse, but yeah. Oh, this is laid like this. Okay, this is where my pants came from. I'm just gonna sit here like this. Welcome to my stream, everyone! Hello, my name is Harley Quinn Jester. This is Harley's Hideout. And right now, I am hiding out. This fabric is nice and cool. Wait, I thought you moved, Spider. Why did I think you weren't here anymore? There it is, the comfy! And I'm still here. Oh, okay. Genova, did you get what you wanted? It smells so good because I washed it. Perfect. I love calling Best Buy to tell them their system sucks. I can't log into my account, and I also can't just say fuck it and make another account because they link phone numbers to the account. Oh, fantastic. Out east. Well, I'm going in the opposite direction of you, eventually. You're going that way, I'm going this way. I love this fabric! Sorry, that was aggressive. You see why I had to buy as much as I possibly could? It's such good fabric. The way it flows. Oh my god, the way it drapes. The colors. Oh. Eventually, I'm gonna move to Pennsylvania. Eventually. Because that's where the boy is. And honestly, I fucking hate it here now. So, yeah. No, you're thinking of close Pennsylvania. I'm talking far Pennsylvania by Pittsburgh. I mean, that's still not far, but I do take a plane every time I go visit him. Because I'm not driving 7 hours. Okay, so the problem with dealing with fabric like this is that it makes it a little harder to work with. You could cut it. I don't like doing that because that can lead to being like wasteful. And like I said, even little tiny piece, I mean this piece I'll cut off, but even a little small piece like this right here, most people would throw out. Not in this house. This will get cut off and saved or given to my mother, where she will do something with it. Honestly, though, I have a pair of jeans that I got from the thrift store, and I got a hole in the crotch, which I was very shocked at, and a piece of fabric this size that has stretch, that goes with the stretch denim, was just enough to patch the pants. So, like, little stuff like this is great for patching things. And you don't even see it, because it's in the bottom of my pants. And it's not like well, I mean, I guess I am sitting cross-legged on stream now, but, like, even still. So, we save those. Save them. And yeah, my Instagram is really old, so you'll be scrolling for a while if you want to see the whole thing. See, this is the part where I wish I was standing up. But we should embrace noticeable crotch pants. Yes. Wait, a Batman cape with this pattern inside? Well, you're not getting any of my stash. I'm telling you that right now. I'm gonna be greedy as fuck with this fabric. A cape takes up way too much fabric. This is my baby. And I already have a pair of pants that I made with it. That I wore to Anime NYC last year. So, okay, the pattern might be going in the wrong direction for the dress. Wait, let me move all of this shit. Well, not this one. Let me move all of these. Move this. Move these there for now, and scoot these. Jim, you hold them. Thank you. Hey, CP. Yeah, this is harder on the floor. I wish I could fix the laptop that I have, because I would stream with this camera in my craft room from my laptop. I can't get it to work right. I love it so much. Let's see. Oh! Hold! Oh! It just fits, and I can shorten it because I'm a short bitch. Ooh, very nice then. What's wrong with the laptop? So it was my mom's laptop, and for some reason she was misinformed or misunderstood at one point and thought you hold the power button to turn it off. So she did that every single day. So that's part one. That's part one of the problem. It still baffles me, you're short. Does it, me sitting on the floor, help? I did that already, Rochi. I did that. I completely wiped everything off the computer. Hey, Peach. Hey, Spacey. Hello from my floor to yours. Let's go. No, you're totally fine, Genova. I keep saying that I'm short. Spacey, how you doing? Welcome to this weird ass stream with my tiny little camera. And undecidedness. But I did discover that I made this dress into Mudkip back in the day. Floor vibes. Ugh. Let's see. This sits here. Yeah, that is way too long. So if I raise that here. That is still too long. Okay. Okay, we're gonna possibly make this dress because it fits this like perfectly. I'm trying to tackle Doom boxes and just tackle the toy box under my desk. Oh my god, I feel that. My Tetris skills are unmatched, except for in actual Tetris, which I cannot play well. Oh my god. So, one thing that Truthless, I think I mentioned this, asked me, he was talking to somebody, and they asked if I sell, 90s/2000 nostalgia mystery boxes. And I said, no, I'm not selling my stuff. And then I thought about it, and I was like, wait a second. I have so many Doom boxes with things that I don't know what to do with that are from that period that I would be happy to get rid of. So I'm gonna make some. Because I don't need all of the stuff I have. I don't need it. I don't need it. Do that. Is it a similar plan? Oh, really? Spacey. We are the same. Yeah, Truthy asked me about it last time I was with Zik. So last month, I think. And I was like, wait a second. People love mystery boxes. They aren't going to be filled with junk because it's actual vintage stuff that I have just held onto that I never knew what to do with. And, like, I want to start paring down things because, like I said, eventually, in my future, I will be moving, and I don't want to bring all of this stuff with me. I can't throw it out. There's no reason to, but there's also no reason for me to keep it. Exactly. I'm like, I don't want to throw it out because that's not proving anything. And at least selling a mystery box will provide entertainment to whoever buys it. Maybe they'll make a video out of it. I don't know. I'm not looking to become like a famous mystery box maker because my stock, though big, is limited. And I won't go hunting for more. I'm just trying to get rid of the stuff I have that I don't want. You know? I don't have space for more stuff. My precious hoard of thing. Goose, I have lived in an overstuffed house my entire life. It has only gotten worse with years. I'm trying to not become an opposite and become a minimalist. I don't think it's... I couldn't. I love my stuff too much. But I know when to stop and when to be like, you served me, and now you're leaving. Goodbye. You know? Pass on the love? Yeah. If I had to replace a bunch of fire alarm horns, okay, but I don't own a building that... Wait, what? I missed something. You have so much stupid shit. Oh, okay. Let's see. You guys can see me when I go over to the mirror. You can't really see what I'm doing, though, but I won't be able... Thank God Zik donated this USB-C to USB cable to me because it's long... and I didn't have one. And so Zik made this stream possible. Indirectly, he made this stream possible. Okay, so that's there. Where do I want this to go? Like here. I think I want it here. Actually, I have a dress that is similar. That is actually not in my room because of when I had to empty stuff out of here. Kind of in a hurry. Let me go grab that. If the box is full of cords, you keep that though. See, that I have plenty of those. I would sell that as like nostalgic cables, so people know exactly what they're getting. I don't think anybody would buy nostalgic computer stuff. But you know, you never know. Somebody like Doc would love it. I found a box of the large floppy disks unopened that I gave him. He unfortunately forgot them here, but he was so excited. He was so excited to see those floppy disks. So I'm like, okay. There are people who want the things. Like, imagine making really sick-ass Windows 95 artwork with old cables. Right? Anyway, let me go get that dress. I'll be right back. Here, wait! Still using that BRB sign. I could probably do a mystery box that is just McDonald's Happy Meal toys. Because I have been eating Happy Meals my entire life. So I have a lot. And again, I'm not going to throw them out, but I don't need them. I believe I like the length of this dress. You can sell those floppies for cash? Really? You're always scrounging for those? Really? That's so funny. I didn't know that. Okay, so this one has a swoopity-doopty on the bottom, which we're gonna ignore. I should have brought my sewing clips up here. And this neckline is also very different. But yeah, I think that's going based off of the arm points and the hip. Yeah, that's a good line. Alright, I'll do that. See, I always am using clothes that I know fit me in a certain way as an experiment. If you don't have something exactly the same, like I lucked out, happened to have this dress, you could just use, we're going to use a dress for example, you could just use a dress of a length that you like to make sure it's the right length. It doesn't have to be the same style. This one I happen to have the same style because it just worked, like I said. But I could have used one of my other dresses to see like the length of it. You know, it doesn't have to be exact. Yeah, we're doing floor activities! Floor-tivities! They got fucked by the cold. I can't even tell how long I've been streaming for. Does anybody know? How long has this been? Oh, it's so much shorter now. I might be able to get away with the other piece. Not this piece. This piece is way too tiny. I could cut the straps out of this piece, though, to use some of it. 2 hours, 22. Haggins, how are you? Welcome. Wow, 222.22. Thank you. Oh, uptime is also a smart way of doing that. Good idea. Good idea. Not bad. So now, before we cut, I'm gonna move this fabric out of the way. I gotta fold... Oops. I gotta fold the other one to match this. I will have to either pause to go get something to eat or just end stream soon-ish. It's 6:13 and all I've had today, do I even have it up here still, was a half bagel. I didn't even finish it. I got excited about the camera, like working and stuff, so I forgot to finish food. My first time catching a hideout stream. It's more brightly lit than I expected for someone hiding. Yeah, and it's in a different angle. This is the first time we're using my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 as a camera, but it's working nicely. Because I can finally do crafts on stream again, because the setup up there is very limited, you know? We are going to try and make it so that my little microphone works with it, because it should be, but it's not. So we're just using the native microphone on the camera. But yeah, possibilities. Possibilities. It might actually give me motivation to work on stuff. Like I said, it is hard for me to work on the floor like this. It's comfortable sitting on the floor, but I don't like sewing on the floor. And to use my sewing machine on the floor is not gonna happen. Sounds pretty good considering. So if I can figure out what the fuck is wrong with that laptop, I can do sewing streams downstairs as well with this. I just gotta figure out what the fuck is wrong with that laptop. It just needs to run OBS. The Hideout doesn't have a lot of things going for it. That's the whole point. Rochi, I don't remember at this point. I just know. I think it's like really extremely slow. I have to turn it on again. But it was chugging. I remember that at least. The camera? Yeah. Yeah. We got little chicken sitting on the floor right there. Where's the mirror? I'll show you. There you are. Little chicken. See? He's so tiny. He's a good little chicken. Ugh. Oh yeah, no, Day, I did that. And it did help, but not enough. I completely killed that computer, like, everything. It's a very tiny little guy, and I love him. Oh, you guys didn't see it then. Ready? Wow! It has face tracking! So, like, I could go over here. And I can go over here. And I can go like this. That's why its name is Chicken, because it's got a gimbal. Yeah. I could actually use the face tracking sitting here. Yes, Maisie, it's Chicken! And it all carries in this cute little bag. It looks great, I want one. Yeah, all I was trying to do today was hook up the mic, which is the one thing I couldn't get done. Because I could wear it, and then I could move around my room. And then the video I looked up was like, oh yeah, setting the DJI up is easy. All you do is you plug it in with the USB-C to USB cable. The computer recognizes it, and then you just put it in OBS. That was it. That was it. And because of how Chicken charges is through its USB-C, you don't need a dummy battery because it's getting power through the computer. And now it follows me. No dummies. None. None dummies. Yeah. My old laptop was criminally slow. I ended up slapping an SSD into it. I want to get a gimbal for my camera that can do that. Apparently Stone just got a gimbal tripod for his phone that he really likes. Seriously, having the ability to move about and follow is so cool. That's how I made my 2 cooking videos on YouTube. Was because Chicken could follow me. He's my little cameraman. You have the same one? It made it tolerable. I don't remember how old that laptop is, but it shouldn't be kaput because, I mean, I know I've upgraded parts in my computer, but my computer overall was older. Sin, you did! I forgot that you had one. You recorded the videos with it? Oh, that's so cool! And I didn't do anything to the picture or anything, so I might be able to get the color looking better, but I didn't mess with it. I was like, whatever, I just want to make sure this thing works. And it does. And now it's gonna follow me around the room as I work. Let me know if that gets annoying, though, because if it does, I'll turn off the face tracker. gonna fold this line to make it match like this. That's not enough. That's close, but it's not enough for my slight perfectionism when it comes to sewing. I'm not much of a perfectionist, I should say. But when it comes to sewing, I try to be as precise as possible. There's a fold in this that's making it hard to do. Okay. I have a 360 camera. Oh, I've seen those before. Those are wild. I got this camera because I wanted to do more, like, videos, like, out. I wish I had it for the Retro Expo that we went to, Spacey. But, of course, I got it afterwards. And the few times I have brought it with me, I have hesitated in using it. And so I didn't. And it's also, I had to get used to how to control it. Because, like, setting it up and leaving it there, I can do that. That's fine. He follows me around. It works beautifully. But actually controlling it with its little button on the back to, like, zoom in, zoom out, pan, and everything like that, is a little harder. So I need to just practice doing that. You know? But sitting and yapping? Measure once, cut twice, yeah. Yeah, chicken's a tracky camera. That's why it's got its name. I still can't believe I have it, to be perfectly honest with all of you. Why is this folded over like that? Why isn't this just cut off? Come on, what did you do? To be fair, I think I made this Mudkip dress in like 2015. So, okay, now I gotta fix that. Boop. We did not need to fold over. Oh, that was a thing my mom used to do, I think. She would fold instead of cut off the excess where the fold was, to remember to put it on the fold, and that could work for some people, but because all of my pattern pieces end up being folded because I always have to go to the smallest size, it's not a visual trigger for me. So it doesn't work. So we're cutting it off. I heard you like Mudkips. That's why I did the costume. And because Mudkip was my first and only starter. Because I don't play the Pokemans. Your first starter was Squirtle. I want to see someone use a 360 camera to live stream. I could only imagine that. Okay. Now let's put that seam back where it was. I made the Mudkip dress out of this shiny, liquidy, like, fabric that probably is falling apart now because that shit does not last. It was this shiny blue fabric. And then I made the straps orange. And then I made a little headpiece. And the bag I used was the strap of the bag was orange as well. And it was just for a cosplay party. I would make these, like, tiny costumes for cosplay parties. Because fuck bringing my good costume. I brought Garnet once, and I said never again. Never the fuck again. That song alone makes me want to play 15 again. Because I curved that weird. Now, I don't cut up against, like when I put this on the fabric, I don't cut right up against the pattern piece itself. I always give myself a little bit extra. One, so I don't risk damaging the pattern itself, like cutting into it by accident. And two, it gives me a little bit of wiggle room in case, like, I did something wrong. Like, shrinking this to match up. I'll give myself a little bit of extra room to make sure that they kind of line up better. Yeah! Hey, Jay! I didn't see that you jumped on in. I'm sorry, it's a little bit harder for me to read chat and everything on the iPad. You just reached the Mudkip dress? Oh my god, that's funny. It's alright. Woo! I really wanted to cut out the pattern. I'm getting pretty damn hungry. Shit. I wanted to make burgers. Okay, give me a moment. With this banger on, I gotta turn off the face tracking. Okay. We'll leave you with Jim again. I'm gonna run downstairs while you guys dance to this song to see if my burger meat is defrosted. I'll be right back. Okay. My meat is not defrosted. Also, that's shifted too far. Hold on. Ready? Oh, see? That's the thing. I always think it's gonna go the opposite way. There we go. Hold on. Hold on. That's too much. Oh, that's too much. A little bit more chicken. 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 There we go. Ugh. This might be the last stream where we're not affiliated. That's exciting. It doesn't really mean much because I'm not gonna do all the things. But, like, I don't know, we'll have channel points. And emotes if you feel like it. So, that's fun. You got the hotel Wi-Fi? Hell yeah. Okay, so this dress is a beginner's dream because there are no zippers. There are no buttons. There's nothing. You cut both of these on the fold and then you cut out your straps and that you're halfway done. So if you're a beginner, see if you can get a pattern that's that simple. Usually it's made out of stretch material. Stretch, I feel, is both very helpful and very harmful for beginner sewers because, yeah, you don't need zippers or anything like that, typically, because it stretches. Sewing stretch fabric can be a pain in the ass. So I always recommend starting with cotton and elastic. Like, making a pair of cotton pants and having an elastic waistband or something like that. So you're still not having to deal with a zipper or anything, but you don't have to fight the stretch fabric. But first badge Snipe's gonna come out of hiding. You can remove affiliate. I'm not gonna, like, I could just not apply to be an affiliate and just leave this channel as is. But part of the reason I like this channel is because if I don't have energy for a main channel stream, I can come here. But right now, I've been not doing that. Like, yesterday, I should have been here. But to be perfectly honest, I haven't been allowing myself to do that yet. Because if I'm here, I make nothing. So I didn't want to call in sick from my job to come and still kind of do my job. You know? But with the affiliate, I can call in sick and come here and just have chill vibes while not calling in sick from my job. Does that make sense? Also, I need a tissue. I hope that makes sense. Hi, El Rey! I don't know why I'm screaming. I'm closer to the mic at the moment. Yeah, Sin is like, I'm getting a first badge. Yeah, because then at least, like, on days that I'm really shitty, like yesterday, I don't force myself to go and be the entertainer on the main channel. Here, I don't feel any pressure to do anything. If I'm gonna sit on the floor and cut out a pattern, we're gonna sit on the floor and cut out a pattern. You know, like, if I want really calm music, or just like a really calm brain off game, I can do that. And not be like, well, I'm losing out on opportunities to earn blah, 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 blah. You know? Calling in sick, turning into you still have to work, but without pay sounds very dystopian. And here, I can be very experimental. So, the Harlequin Jester channel is much more polished, even though it's broken right now. But it's a much more polished thing. Whereas here, like I've been describing it, it's like a backstage, you know? I look whatever because I don't have makeup on. You know, I'm wearing whatever, comfy clothes because I'm fucking crawling around on my floor. We're testing a brand new camera and microphone setup that I was too scared to even think about on the main channel. You know? It's the green room. And that's funny because a green room is actually a term used for production. And I didn't realize that until AGDQ. The camera is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I've had it for like 2 years, but I've never hooked it up to my stream before. Because I honestly didn't know that you could. You want one of those? You have the OG. I love it. His name is Chicken. And the 2 cooking videos I have on my YouTube channel were captured by Chicken. It's a low-level drone. Yeah. Yeah, I was just showing before how, it does, like, the face tracking and everything like that. You reached the bottom. Congratulations, you win nothing. I love it. I know, people want me to do another one, and I would. I would have to see if I could get a sponsor to do one or something, because I really don't like using my kitchen, but I could, because everybody really seemed to enjoy it. I don't know why. I would do drone flights and clients would be like, make it do crazy stuff and fly through tiny holes and such. Oh my god, really? Yeah, this is 1,000 words. I'm not stalling in cutting this. I don't have a fear of cutting fabric anymore. I'm stalling because my knees are starting to hurt. I get close-ish with drone and then use that. That's... They had no idea. I love that. They were fun vids. I had fun. I wish I used the microphone in the second video. But I should have tested to see how it sounded with and without the microphone. So the audio quality in the second video kind of sucks, and it drives me nuts that it's so bad. Again, because audio is most important, even in YouTube videos. You would think if you're watching a YouTube, you'd be watching a YouTube, but no, there's plenty of time where I have a YouTube up and I'm just listening to it. You used to film raves? That's so cool! I love that. Alright, so the tricky part, getting back to this for a moment. This is a very difficult pattern to work with. Hold on. Oh my god, she's got more of it. But these are pants! So, you know, this is a finished example. I should just put them on. Hold on a second. Ow! I hurt my hip! Hold on! Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, I'm stuck. Can you see me? Can you see in that reflection? Oh no, the fan's in the way. Perfect. Oh, that's a lot of Harlequin. Okay. So here are the pants. Pants! We got pockets. The hard part, and you could see I didn't do the best, but it came out okay. Look at how the pattern is going this way. You see that? It's more severe on this leg than it is on this leg. This leg straightens out. But if you go here, right? It's very straight. It's because of how these pants are cut. But to line that up, to make sure it's straight, like, I didn't care about this getting cut off, whatever. but to make sure that they were as straight as possible, that took a little bit of a finagling. Yeah. Hold on. Students can also edits with cameras and drones. Gotta find food. I was talking about Deadmau5 to Deadmau5 with his mask off before I knew he was— oh my god, you meant that— I love Deadmau5. He just laughed. Oh my god, that's hilarious. No, I didn't need Chicken's help. In fact, I didn't want Chicken to follow me because I changed my pants. And thank god this was here, because I looked up and I was like, oh, I have a reflection, don't I? But it blocked. I mean, I pulled my shirt down so nothing showed or anything, but I still don't want to change my pants on stream with you guys being able to see it, you know? So right now what we have to do— I guess I'll just leave these pants on. They're comfortable as shit. Just add to it. Where does she start and where does she end? It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. I need to fold this in half. We'll do it like this. So I can fold it in half with the pattern facing up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Maybe one day, when I have a new streaming setup, I can have a proper sewing table. Like, workstation. So this will be easier. That's my dream. I want to have my streaming and my sewing all in one room. Kind of like how it was back in the day when I had my apartment. Because my sewing stuff was right behind me. I didn't ever sew on stream. Well, did I? No, I don't think I did. But I also didn't have a secondary camera like this. Like, if I had Chicken back then, I totally could have sewed on stream. The opposite of pants is a pantonym. Yeah? He's super nice, very chill. Really into his craft. I always thought he'd be really nice. I've been to his shows a few times. They're so much fun. Probably one of the only kind of concerts I would go back to would be one of his shows. I think I've seen him 3 times, so that's saying something. Alright. So basically, we're doing a test fold, which is possibly too big of a fold, but maybe not. Always make sure your fabric is flat. Okay. I don't know why I'm trying to be so precise, because I haven't even seen if it was the right size yet. I'm not thinking. Okay. Too big. So, and what I mean by too big, it's gonna be too long, but I have, like, that much over here that would be wasted. And another thing that people don't necessarily do, but I think should be common practice, is to minimize the amount of waste in your fabric. Some people will just fold it over like this and just be like, okay. First off, that means you gotta buy more. And secondly, that's a waste. What am I making? I was trying to make a shirt, but now we're just making this little dress. Right here. Because, I don't know. Why not? Alright, before I straighten the whole thing out, let's see. Is that good? Nope. We gotta get rid of 3 rows. Okay. Is that good? Aye. There she blows. So I'm just gonna pin the fabric into place at the moment. Down here. This is an added thing that I'm just doing because I gotta fix the top now and I don't want this to move. Normally I wouldn't step on the fabric. But normally I'd be on a table. Get sewing tables, people. Craft tables. Don't work on the floor. You know how many YouTubers I see that are always injuring themselves because they work on the floor? Don't do it. Some projects, yeah, you kind of have to. I get it. This is a weird circumstance that I'm doing this, but if I wasn't trying to stream it, this would all be done on the table. Alright, that should be fine. Alright, moment of truth, everyone. We're gonna cut... Oh, I need my rotary blade. Let me go get that. Ugh. We're getting so much use out of this right now. Be right back! Okay, so I went and got my rotary blade. If you have not seen rotary blade before, this is it. See? Rotary. You do that, the blade is out. It's like a pizza cutter for your fabric. Now, the reason I wanted this, even though I had these, is because got my lovely cutting mat here, and now I just go like this instead of this. And for a lot of types of fabrics, just pushing down and going will save you from so many mistakes. So many mistakes. Get a rotary blade. This is my baby. My baby. Wait, what looks a little crooked? Me? Am I crooked? Okay. I also should have gotten my clips, but I didn't, so whatever. The shitty thing is that I didn't put this on the cutting mat properly. So that sucks. Alright, we're leaving about a row of Harlequin on the bottom. Just for that excess in case I need it, because I cut them different lengths. Oh my god, when I first started sewing, the amount of pins I would put into a pattern was a lot. My sister made fun of me for it too, and I'm like, dude, why? I want to make sure that this doesn't go anywhere. I'm like, let me put as many pins as I want in it. I remember specifically, I was making a bag, a saddle bag, because I cosplayed as DJ Pony from fucking My Little Pony. Why? I don't know. It was a dumb choice, but I did it. I made myself a saddle bag with her logo on it. And I was using like a satin type fabric, so it was shifting around a lot. So I put in a shit ton of pins, and my sister saw it and was like, what are you doing? You're taking forever on this. And I was like, yeah, but I don't want it to move. It's shifting around a lot. And she's like, that's so many. And I'm like, just leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm still mad I wasted a whole convention day doing that. But that was, again, back in 2015 or something like that. It was one of the first times I ever wasn't tough. So, yeah, Pone 3. I hate that name. But I know it's like DJ Pony or whatever. New Apple Watch screen protector successfully placed. Nice. Alright. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to turn this. Because... Actually, I could just turn the cutting board. Oh, my iPad! And just kind of slap that shit right back. Alright. You know everything I said about making sure it was all straight and shit? I honestly don't care. Not for this. This is just a little project for no good reason. Alright. One thing I didn't teach you all, though. If anybody is still here watching that cares. There are little notches right here in the fabric. I mean, in the pattern. You're supposed to cut, I mean, it says to cut into it. I always cut out of it. But they're very important to add whenever you see these. Because they help line up your pattern pieces together. I know that you do that in like all sorts of different creative things. So that's what those are. Most people will cut into the pattern. That never made any sense to me. You're cutting into your fabric that you're using. I cut away from them. And they're not always trying. Like, you have the double. Like, that one had 2 because you want to make sure you line up the 2 with the 2, the 1 with the 1. Whatever. I do it however I want. But I always make sure I put them in. Which is why I always have my scissors with me. Because once I get to this spot with the rotary blade, I take my scissors, I cut the notch, and then I continue on. There you go. Yeah, vinyl scratch. But most people, or at least back then, knew her as DJ Pone 3 or Pony or what. I always hated how it looked. Vinyl scratch sounds cooler. Anyway, that's my rant. How many times did we listen to this song? Freedom! Music is blended from, yeah. Okay. If my niece thinks I'm putting these back in color combo, she's out of her damn mind. Out of her damn mind. I'll try, but I'm not gonna pay attention that much. Ugh. Alright, this song is it's almost over, but good lord. Dramatic. Dramatic! You're going to a chop house? Ooh. Alright, ready? Moment of truth. It's a dress! Should I wear it together? You can't even see it! I look like I just made a whole pajama set. Cue the link item sound? Exactly. So yeah, that's part 1. I might alter it too. I might give it like a sweetheart thing here, like I like to do, with rounded necklines. They are fizzy jammies. But that's step 1. That's the front of the dress. Normally, I don't remove it from its pattern piece, but I wanted to show you guys what it looks like. I'll leave them folded with this piece attached to them. I feel like it's very good practice, because if you have to walk away, or it's like the end of the day and you're not going to work on it anymore, you're not like, what piece was that? At least with this, there's 3 pieces, and one is the strap, so we're not really going to get confused. Even if it's the front or the back, they are getting attached to each other. You know? So there's really no screw up here. So, yeah. It is very 60s mid-century. Orange pumps? Oh my god, yes. I would totally wear these 2 things together. Don't even tempt me. Don't even. I'll fucking do it. I love this fabric. I love it. So I'm just gonna fold this back up and maybe pin it to that pattern piece, because your girl is getting hungry. You know, I'm not gonna pin it. I'm just gonna fold it with it. And I have to make food. I might still work on this today, but I might take it downstairs at this point and work on it down there, because I am getting really tired from crawling around on the floor like this. But yeah, I'm just gonna do this. But like I said, the fact that we can use chicken, I'm so excited that we can use chicken. You have no fucking idea. I'll do crafts on the floor. I'm fine with that. Or, you know, I can even sit on my bed or what have you with a craft table, like a tray in front of me, and chicken on a taller tripod, you know? Now that we have this skill unlocked, yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna implement it to my main channel. What's really funny to me is that, like, I'm starting to consider my main channel, like, really stuffy. And, like, oh, well, I can't do that there. that's the adult. The adult doesn't want to have any fun anymore. And I'm like, it's me. It's my channel. What the hell? It's such a weird thing my brain is going through right now. Because, yeah, it's just like, it's the adults. They're so lame. They don't ever want to do anything fun. Yeah, I have a TV tray. But, like, for some, yeah, see, I'm gonna cut this off. For some projects, I don't need anything bigger than that. Like, if I'm painting something, or needle felting, or what have you, sewing I won't be able to do in here unless it's on the floor. Because my chair is way too big. It's just in the way. But, yeah, small crafts I could do in here. This is a weird... I don't normally do things like this. This is kind of a weird shape that I cut this into, and maybe that was a mistake. But it's definitely going to be a mistake folding it. Oh my god, what did I do? Really big folding tables. See, I would love to have something like that, but again, I can't have that in here, unfortunately. Ugh. Come on, chicken! Ugh. There we go. How's that view for you? The beauty of chicken... Well, it's got a million pros with it, obviously. But the fact that it's self-sustaining with its own tripod... I can't. I can't. It's too good. Alright, I don't need this anymore. I'll have to charge this. Oh god, there's a mess everywhere. But this chair is huge. You know? The chair is huge. Yeah, it has the flippy screen. I could even do this, look. You want to create a short, baby? It's fantastic. It's such a good fucking camera. Like, I feel like I don't deserve having something this good. That's how I feel about my other camera, too. But I use and appreciate the fuck out of it. Babies are technically short, yeah. But yeah, when I got the Pro Kit, it came with the little butt that attaches to the tripod. Then it came with the big butt that I could actually turn the tripod taller, because then I could put the big butt, this is a backup battery, and then I could put the little butt, and so then it's taller. It has a wrist strap, it has its USB-C to USB-C cable, just that feature alone. And then it has this little lens thingy. I think it's a wide angle lens, let's see. Does that make it wide angle? And it magnetizes itself on. I don't know, did that make it wide angle? I couldn't tell. I think it did. So yeah, it has that. Yeah. Take it off and put it back. That's what I did. And then it has the little... This is a magnet for the microphone. So you can clip it, you know, like a normal mic. But then you have the magnet, so you could just do one of those. Right now, yeah. It's hardwired to the PC. Oh my god. Thoth, it took no time to do this. I was very scared about trying it. It's a USB-C to a USB. The computer recognizes it as a camera. Then in OBS, you just add it. And that's it. And because, I was saying this earlier, because it's using its USB-C port, it's the only port on the damn thing, that's how you charge the camera. My camera has been sitting at 49% this entire stream because it's using the power from the computer. So you don't need a dummy battery like my other camera needs. Other camera. Don't need this. Don't need this. Cause it don't need it. And look at that swivel, baby! Look at that swivel! It's fantastic. Oh, and it also comes with what me and Stone call the dust bunny. Because the proper name for this, I refuse. Don't even say it in chat if you know what it is. You said it in chat, that's fine. You typed it before me. It's okay. Call it the dust bunny, okay? I have too much, we're dust bunny. No, I know. The way you wrote it as soon as I said that, I knew that wasn't a malice thing. But yeah. Comes, you just stick it on top, you give it a little afro. We call it the dust bunny. So if you ever hear me talking about that, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it all came with, this whole creator bundle. I highly recommend, if you use these cameras, it was worth getting this whole thing. And it also has a different carrying case, which I don't love. I don't love this carrying case. This is more of a portable carrying case. I get scared of the gimbal, because I do watch a few people who use this camera. One girl in particular, she might be a little clumsy, I don't know, but hers has broken a few times, like twice I think, and I'm like, I'd rather carry this and put it in here than have it snap into here. You know what I mean? I also have these screen protectors I got for it, which is another reason I haven't really went anywhere with it, but I don't like putting on screen protectors. I'm not good at it. So yeah, this is like for the screen and everything. I suck at putting on screen protectors, so I haven't done that yet. Who named it that in the first place? I don't know. I have one of those for the Rode Blimp for my NTG 3 Plus boom mic. And that thing is insane. I made sure to record the water of San Juan Island before we moved. That's cool. You use the same case for yours? Past Spacey left money in an envelope at some point, and future Spacey just found it. Oh my god. Spacey, I love it when that happens. I love it when that happens. I'm so excited this worked. You have no idea. Like, I felt bad because Chicken's just been sitting there. Chicken has just been sitting there. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, Chicken, I promise I need to use you. In fact, I will be bringing Chicken next week when I go visit Zik, because we're supposed to be doing something and I am going to try to record it. Chicken has been cooped up. Also, this is falling and I need to fix it. Here we go. You know what? I wish. You totally just sold another one. Tell DJI that I am a great advocate for their camera. I'm not. But I know how to sell features. I do know how to do that. Saying you do something you're so passionate about? Thank you! I'm glad you enjoyed! Sitting in the chair is helping so much. Oh my god. Is the camera too close to me now, though? I can move it back. I just kind of plopped it on the desk. See, like, if I was to try and put it where my normal camera is, I got some stuff in the way. I gotta move my pictures. Does that look more normal to you? It would need to be right here. Wow, that looks really good. Not enough lights? That looks really good though, right? God damn. I'll put you right here. I might have to leave her out. Her, him, I don't know. Whatever. Chicken. I might have to leave chicken out. Well, I certainly am now. If I had the money to buy a chicken right now... Wait, you'd buy it right now? Emailing their support address now with, where is this chicken camera on your site? I want to do a cocktail making stream, and a little camera like that would be great for it. Gonna do the history of the old-fashioned. That's really cool. Did you know I keep trying to make those light jokes on Cinemoth, but I can't because it's not verified? Oh my god. Verify it! I need to probably go cook. Do you LLC for this? Wait, remind me what that means. It's being dumb. Oh, by the way, Sin, I was able to get my YouTube hooked up again today. And I posted a short on Harley's Hideout. That's you taking a dump. Limited liability? No. So no. Because I don't really know. Oh, like a business account? No. I'm so unofficial with stuff like that. I should probably be better. Like, I ran Subtle Nerd without it being a proper LLC. Now I remember, yeah. I need to look into stuff. I was saying, the past 2 nights, I've been, like, worried about... Do you? I've been worried about what I'm gonna do. Real talk for a moment. What I'm gonna do in the very immediate future, because the past 3 streams on my main channel, altogether, I made maybe 20 bucks. And I stream for about 6 hours each time. And I hate talking about this. I really hate talking about this. But I have to talk about it to at least myself. And I used to have a goal to make minimum wage every stream. That's all I was asking for, was minimum wage every stream to make it worth me not having a job. Nowadays, my body has gotten so bad at things that I don't know if I can hold a normal job anymore. I need to work for myself. And what does that mean? I need to start selling my wares again. And I realized all I ever wanted to do, kind of, was be an entertainer and a merchant. I used to run so many little stores when I was younger. Like, I'll have to talk to Pam about that next time she's here, if she remembers the stores I used to make. Well, we both would. But we always were... And then, I remember, Harley Mae's here for OxyClean! When I was younger, I would pull everything out of my closet, and I would run a clothing store. And then I would put everything back, and that's how I cleaned my closet all the time. I made it a fun game. I would sell clothing at my clothing store. So, I like being a merchant. anyway, that's all that to say that I really need to work on a P.O. box, getting a P.O. box. Because that's the one thing stopping me from doing anything, is a P.O. box. Yeah. And I'd like to do things properly this time, Thoth. Which scared me over 10 years ago. No, it was more than 10 years ago now. I ran Subtle Nerd with zero knowledge for about 12 years. And I lived off of it. I didn't have any other job. I lived off of it. That was before Etsy shit the bed, but that was my job. And I loved it. I could work whenever I had the energy to, and I had a lot more energy back then, let me tell you. I could work in here, I could work outside, I could work this place, that place, I could travel and still work. You set up a P.O. box in the business name. You can do it online. They just get a business license for whatever city. And LLC, you obviously have to pay for, right? I have a P.O. box, but no LLC, and at this point, I really need to. Subtle Nerd started as a fashion line, because back when I started it, there were barely no gamer items for femmes. So that's why you can see, like, my gamer t-shirts from back in the day were, like, this is a small one, but, like, they were men's shirts. All of, like, my nerdy shirts, this was a men's shirt, you know, like, there were no femme fit shirts or anything. And so my first design, because I was tired of it, the first thing I ever made was I bought a plain t-shirt, a plain black t-shirt from Kohl's in the juniors department, and then I cut out by hand from Bristol board the player pin skull from The World Ends With You, slapped that shit on the side of my shirt, like here, and hand painted it on. And then the following shirt I made was a silhouette, hand cut out, black shirt from Kohl's, right here, of Knuckles. I wore that Knuckles shirt to GameStop the day I made it, and somebody was like, whoa, where's that shirt from? And I was like, I made it. And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, I made it. Because I couldn't find anything. So that's what got me into making clothing. Because I was tired of it. And then my first dress design was, I was like, okay, I want to show that I'm a nerd, but I'm tired, like that Zelda shirt. I don't want things that are just like, from the game! Don't make me go Zelda on you! Like, this is from this game! That's why the player pin shirt was so calm, and on a weird spot, it was just a cool fucking skull that sat here. Nothing else on it said what it was from. Nothing. If you knew it, you knew it. If you didn't know it, you could still appreciate that cool skull in a weird spot. Hence the name Subtle Nerd was born, because I wanted to be like, you see it? You know what this is? You know what this is. Let's be friends. A way to express my nerdiness, but still fit into standards, norms. I wanted somebody to be able to go to their corporate job in a dress that looked maybe a little bit different, but fairly normal, and them being able to laugh to themselves when they got all of these compliments on, wow, that dress is really cool, going, this is Samus Aran's armor. And that's where the Samus dress was born, the bounty hunter. Now, granted, I did make the bounty hunter in her traditional colors for myself. That dress was meant to be then turned into a more monochromatic version, but still have the detailing of my original. Yeah. And I also made... Now, this was before I started sewing, so the first dress that was actually ever sewn was by my mom, and it was based off of the piranha plant from Super Mario. Basically, it is a green dress we had poor choices in fabric, so if I ever make it again, I'll do it better. But it was a green dress from here down. Then the bust area was a sweetheart neck, because I love those. But it was a red field with white polka dots. Then the straps were blue. And in the shape over here was a thing called rickrack, where it goes like this. That was sewn into it, because it made it look like teeth. A sweetheart neck is when... Okay, so you see how this is just round? You go like this. That's a sweetheart. Because now it's getting a shape. And then it goes back up. Like that. That's what a sweetheart neck is. So because I did it like that, my original pattern had it rounded, but then I picked a pattern that gave it that, which made it look like its mouth. The bottom had that rickrack stuff as well, but in green. And the reason the straps are blue, excuse me, is to match the sky. So looking at it, it is very much a bold dress because you have Kelly green, like a bright red, and a sky blue. So it's very bold. Not so subtle, but it is subtle because nowhere on it does it say Super Mario. It's just a very loud dress. But you could wear it to a spring event or a summer event, and it's just cute. I had so many. So yeah, that's how Subtle Nerd started. But because I didn't sew back then, because it, again, I really started picking up sewing in 2015, and I started Subtle Nerd in like 2010. I supplemented waiting for my mom to sew these dresses. She was very busy. I supplemented doing that by making jewelry. And I never wanted to make jewelry. But that's what I did. I was like, okay, I made a friend who let me stay with them back in 2008. I stayed in San Diego, well, we were in LA, but with my friend for a week for SDCC. As a thank you present, I made her a bracelet that had avatar symbols on it. And then our avatar friend saw it and freaked out and said, I want one. So I made the few that I had and gave some of them away. And for people who I didn't really know, I sold it to them. And then I had to find another way of making them. So I found what became the hanging charm version, which I never really liked, but people loved, made those, sold those, and people were like, but I want more. And I'm like, do I have something here? And so then I started researching supplies and got better materials. And Avatar ran my business. Hands down, me giving that bracelet as just an appreciation, like, gift to my friend. This isn't the best pic. Oh, this is going to be big. But that's what it ended up becoming. Do I have any other? These are just the... See, all of my pictures are gone. All of my pictures are gone because my hard drive got corrupted. So that's... No, stop removing my camera. Remove that. Then I did... These are the Zelda versions of them. Oh, they're so pretty! Oh my god, I love taking the pictures of them too! Oh, I love them! I love them! Also, here's an example of one of my dresses based on stuff. This one I never made, but it's based on Mog. And it's just a plain cream dress that has a pleat split in the back. That's purple like their wings, and I just added a little bow. And then the straps are also red for their little palm. But it's just inspired. Just inspired. Unfortunately, a lot of my stuff is missing. It's like misplaced and stuff. What was Etsy's take? What do you mean by Etsy's take? Like how much they took from me, or like me getting away with selling the stuff? I'll see if I have any other ones I could show you real fast. Because I did start selling again for a little while. Okay, so this was more along the stuff that I used to make. Like, this is how it started. Oh god. What was that? Control F? That didn't do anything, 5. That didn't do it. That didn't do it. Oh, I don't remember how much they took back then. But this was the replacement to what I used to make. Can I shift chicken so I don't have to... Nope, that's the wrong way. No. Okay, whatever. So yeah, this was what I ended up making the company. This one is pink because of Ty Lee. Because Ty Lee is Fire Nation and we're pink. So I would sell so many Ty Lee bracelets. Oh my god. Oh my god. So then I got into other things. Later on, I started making keychains. Oh, these are pretty cute. Oh god, the picture files are so big. You said it was Control F, right? Look at how cute these... Oops. What did I just move? Look at how cute these are. They got little mushrooms underneath them and they're piranha plants! I can help you get an e-commerce thing. So, one reason I was thinking about starting up again, besides the fact that I have stock still, is because I can possibly use Fourth Wall to sell. Because they have a thing where you can sell dropship type stuff, like my merch, or you can sell stuff that you send out. And so I have been wanting to use that for a while now. Right, Spacey? Because then it's all in one. It'll be Chaos Castle, but that shop will be the subtle nerd part of it. Because I have an establishment with that name. Actually, I have a company that's trying to steal it from me. That's why there's a subtle nerd blue sky. So there's that. This is not a very good picture, but this is... Spacey knows. Spacey has a thing I made for them. It's a Pokemon bracelet. These are much more obvious. They're not as subtle. But that's what people wanted. And I always hated that they weren't as subtle as they could be. Do I have any more? Let's get it together enough to get these effing plans going. Oh, I also started making makeup bags, so I made this. This is when I got better at heat press. So I made this bag of holding. There's probably a better way I could be doing this, but whatever. I'll just keep throwing them on stream. It would depend on take and cost of non-drop shipping. Non-drop ship is expensive. Might be worth setting up an Amazon. Everyone is Prime for the most part. I'd probably get or request a Pokemon gym bag instead of a Pokeball. A gym badge. I made those too. Here, wait. Look. I made this. This was when I was just trying to supplement a table. Because I had a table at a fair. So I made a bunch of these little cozies. The can cozies. I used to use this one. And then... You know what? Let's just do it like this, Mon. Let's just do it like this. How about that? Can you hear me now? Is that better? Okay. This one I love. This is one of my favorite lines. Wait, why are you calling me? Hello? We figured it out. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, bye. Spacey called me to tell me I was muted. I love her. Hi, Orion. That's amazing. So yeah, I really like this one. I think I might still have one of these. It's one of my favorite lines from Undertale. Oh, we could see some Zelda stuff that I did in the past. Look at this. I drew this. This is one of the keychains I had for sale. I just found this clock, actually. I made this chicken. Spacey, you are a gem. I love you. Did I look here? Yeah. That's cosplay. What's this? That's a spider. What else? What's this? Those are chickens. Like actual chickens. Aw, my old desk. Do I have any more? This is when I was trying really hard with stuff. Oh yeah, here, look, Sid. Bam! I have that bag in my car. It's really cool because it's iridescent. Yeah. 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 What else? Oh, here's some stuff. Oh, here's a lot of stuff. There you go. Feast your eyes on lots of things I have made. I did give this Heartless bag to my sister. The Water Tribe necklace was one of my top sellers. I really love the Yoshi earrings. Yeah, hi Danny. Yeah, this is when I had my store. We did a Smash Ball one. What else? We got a necklace. Like I said, Spacey has a necklace I made that's similar to this. You like the umbrella one? At 100% buff umbrella cufflinks. Oh my god, Thoth! I made multiple times people requested me cufflinks for their wedding. How cool is that? Oh, it was so cool. It was so fucking cool. Oh, and then I started making like pastel kind of stuff. I mean, this is Spider-Gwen, so that worked. But then I made this, which was controversial, because I made the dragon from Dragon Ball pink. But it was cool! And then I made a pastel Captain America. I think I still have all of those. I think. I was trying to see if I have any cufflinks, but the cufflinks were old, and like I said, a lot of my pictures are gone. Unfortunately. Oh, and this was like the behind the scenes of my setup. I would have to look to see if I could do a tie clip. Because I never said no to anything. It's just, could I get the materials for it, you know? And then I started doing pin... Oh, that one's sideways. Pin, keychain combos. Those were like my last things to do, were pin keychain combos. Like, what was this one? Oh yeah, that one was pretty cute. It's got the little charm with the little balls and stuff in it. Yeah, 2019 is when I really tried to do this stuff again. And that's when I had a store, like a table. Ooh, this one's cool. Yeah, those beads are beautiful. You bought an electric plug-in Lazy Susan for your light box? It spins me around. This one's creepy. I can't remember if I sold it or not. Sometimes I just make things just to test it out. See if people want it. A lot of the time they don't. Oh yeah, I made these too. I think I might have sold these. Oh my god. What? Do you like it? Is that a good oh my god or a bad oh my god? Do I have a better picture of it? Oh, here's a cool one. I'm almost positive I sold this one. I have a ring of that moon too. Oh shit, I forgot I made this too. I made a lot of stuff. I made a lot. One Piece! Funny enough, Zik is at a One Piece card thingy right now. Ooh, I made a Gears one. Every single item I made that was a bracelet like this, I took an individual picture for. Because every single one of them was different. And I made sure I took them from every fucking angle so you could see every little thing about it. Look at my Animal Crossing one! It's got fruit! Fruit! So cute! Yeah. But yeah, this was when I did the table and made things more pastel. I still have this Kingdom Hearts bag I need to sell. I gave... Orion knows the Sailor Moon necklaces! Orion! Look! They're right there! Look! Yeah. So, see, I made this kid necklace and nobody cared about it. I thought it was cool because it matched her necklace. I ended up taking it apart. I have this fantastic cactar. See, there are the cufflinks. Well, a set of cufflinks. There's another set right here. Some pins. These were from a girl I shared the table with. But I made this Kingdom Hearts bag. You could see back here, there's a Super Mario one. Wait. How do you fit this into a small package? I made my buddy a Gomu Gomu. Really? And I put a Zoro statue in it? I love that. You made a 3D printed cactuar? Oh my god, I love that. But yeah, I even have onesies down here that I made. Yeah. I don't have a picture that doesn't have the girl in it, and I don't feel like putting that on stream, so we're not going to. What is this one? Those are not my things. These are my things. Yeah, those are my things. Yeah, it's basically the same stuff. I took a lot of promo pictures for that event. It did not go over well. Not so good. Do I have a picture? Hold on. Where would that be? Oh, here's a shirt I made for myself. Oh, it's hard to see. Going back to cosplay. This is my coughing cosplay, and I made that shirt, and I made the mask. And I'm wearing a Pokemon necklace that I made myself. Wait, what story? I haven't painted the key yet, no. I was gonna see if I could find the Samus dress. Yep, there it is. Because I wore it as a costume. Oh, why don't... like that. Oh, it's not that I don't like them. It just grew apart. That's kind of it. That's the Samus dress. And that's the purse back there. That's the bag. Sorry, I can't see if I'm in frame or anything at the moment, but yeah. So, I wanted it in the right colors for me, but I want to make it in, like, shades of black and, like, gray and stuff for a wearable version. It had pockets, or has pockets. You can't see the pockets in either picture, but the pockets are green. Chicken could make sure I stay in frame. That's true. You're right. There we go. Is that better? And I don't know if I have a picture of the piranha plant dress. Or if I do, where it is. When did I take a picture of that dress? I swear, ever since... Oh, this was another thing I started with. I used to make magic beans. That was all, like, hand-done, like, wire and stuff. Yeah, I don't know where the picture is of that. But, oh well. Yeah. I can't remember what year it was, and I don't know where it is. Otherwise, I'd show ya. But I don't know where it is. You dig this style? I'm so glad. Oh, wait, here. Look, look, look. This is the Knuckles shirt. Yeah, buddy. That was one of the first fucking things that ever got me down this path. This Knuckles shirt. Granted, I didn't use the best paint for it. Oh, and then I made these, except my mom still uses these to this day. One of them broke, though. Yeah, my mom still uses these. They didn't come out the best. And the Zora one broke. There's also the Garuda one. There you go. Oh, wait, Thoth, you don't know that? Yeah, wait, wait, wait. Look, 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 look. Ready? What? Wait, what did... Wait, what did I make? I made things! Everything I'm showing you, I made! What? These? This? What? This? This? What? What did I make? Help! I thought you really fell. No. Yeah, this was the year of making stuff, definitely. This was made upcycled out of a t-shirt. I really need to eat. I wanted to see if I could find... painted t-shirts? No, not those. Those aren't good. And they're cringe. I thought it would have been in here. Oh, it was after my sister cut my hair. So maybe it was the following year? Painted clothes. Oh, I just wore this jacket the other day. I liked it because it was like kind of tattooed. That needs to be clipped so bad. Yeah, I still have the knuckle shirt. It doesn't fit me very well anymore. I'm bustier than I was back then. But yeah. Did you to my old website? Where'd it go? Holy shit, how did you find this? Oh my god. Yeah, there's the piranha plant dress. See? And then this is a skirt that I still have for sale. Well, I don't have it for sale right now, but I still have this skirt. Yeah. Huh. I don't know why I needed... Thank you, 5. I don't know why I needed to make a Pokemon skirt, but I just had the idea of making a Pokeball a pocket. Yeah. I don't know why. That's just what I did. I wanted it. I was trying to find the player pin t-shirt. It's not here. No. God, I used to take so many self pictures back then. That's the only reason I got good at, like, being in front of a camera and stuff, was because I used to just take fucking selfies. Oh, this is a cute shirt. I made that for my nephew. And it was just an all-over Mario star print. Because again, getting kids' clothes back then in gamer stuff wasn't as hard as FemFit, but was still hard. I can't find the other one. If I find the other picture, I will show you guys. But, yeah. Okay, Stop, have a good one. Yeah, see, I don't like it face tracking when I'm sitting because it keeps me centered and it looks kind of weird. So, we'll turn that off now. Is it stop? Yeah, stop. Here we go. Echo? Okay. Did it stop? Is that better? Okay. Yeah, on this scene, I have an extra mic. On the other one, I don't. So I'm thinking I don't need this. I gotta play with it. I gotta play with it a little bit. Yeah, those were the things I used to sell. I still have a bunch of it. That's why I want to open up a shop again. And la-di-di-la-da-da. Okay, but I'm very hungry. I should probably go. I wasn't necessarily gonna raid, but I'm going to this time. Because I have the energy. I have the energy to talk to somebody for a little bit before I go and skedoodle. And the only person that I'm following right now that is on, that's who we're going to go to. I don't follow as many accounts here yet, but hopefully I can eat some tasty burgers. If not, I'm gonna have some toasted ravioli. Anyway, thank you all for being here and having fun with this. I guess I'm not gonna finish the dress tonight. We'll see if I have energy after I eat, but I could be pretty sleepy at this point. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Thank you all for being here. I will catch you guys next time. I should start this raid. It's like I never streamed before. Yeah, I don't know when the next one will be. Maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday. I don't know. If I don't feel good tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. But I'm gonna see you guys next time. Have a good rest of your times.